fast, stay still. The thoughts of you are sinking. Point stands, but I'm still overthinking. You know you don't really call me like you used to. But honey, I know you try. But I've heard you've been here before. But I won't stay the same. It's just what I'm used to. Some things don't ever change. I know it's me and you, but I don't stay the same. I'm just adjusting to. Some things don't change, but I'm designed to be held on to.
Getting that timing down. I'm really excited because it sounds cool when you put it into the podcast part.
Yeah.
Where the song he's just fading out and he's just starting the next verse, and it's nice.
So proud.
I panicked again.
Because I said
One clock says 5:59, one says 5:58.
Doesn't make any sense.
We'll do it live.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Start.
Oh. Well, hello.
Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. It's a Thursday for us, so if you're listening to this later,
yeah.
it might not be Thursday for you. But for us, it's a happy Thursday.
Yes.
And, so
It
welcome.
hasn't been that crazy of a week.
There's a lot about to happen, and a lot happened.
But it wasn't like crazy this
I don't know
week.
what you
It was
mean.
just a lot.
Okay.
There's,
It's normal.
sometimes it's like, man, this week sucked. So much happened and it was awful. But this week was like, it's a lot.
Yeah, it was good. So, hello.
Hi.
Welcome, Sarah.
Hi, Scooter.
Welcome to the show. Name's
you-
Sarah and Scooter.
I know you are.
Well, welcome, Sarah.
Oh, yeah.
It's all right. We're on a Thursday, and she poured shots on a Thursday. So I guess we're doing shots on Thursdays.
Well, it's not just Thursday.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yes,
It's the 24th of August.
it is. And if
Salud.
you guys don't know what that is, Slancheva.
Salud.
It happens to be this amazing human being's born on day anniversary.
Yes.
So she made it one more time.
One
more
time.
365
Was it
days.
not leap year this year?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I just look at
Say
numbers on a
another
calendar.
turn around the planet or something.
I don't know how that
Sun?
works.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
think so.
Whatever that is.
Because I don't know. Because the sun doesn't go off of your cycles, your birthdays.
That's true.
They say another trip around the sun. And I'm like, I'm not a planet.
But I'm on a planet.
Yeah, but
Did the planet go around?
well, it takes 360. What is it? 364 and 3/4 days.
So yes. Cheers, Valerie. She says cheers.
So cheers to all. I haven't even.
Oh.
I even brought a beer for me.
I brought a water.
Having a Hop Valley. Had a Portland, Oregon, called West Coast. I don't know why.
That's the name of the beer? West Coast?
West.
West.
Yeah,
Like
I don't know.
W-E-S.
Yeah, without the T.
Weird.
West.
Doesn't make any sense.
No, it's a West Coast IPA called West Coast.
Oh.
I don't know. Maybe there's somebody west that works there or something or
Yeah.
created it.
I don't know.
So let's move on. Yeah, let's get out of that rut. Whatever rut I was in. What are we doing?
We're
Yeah.
thanking our sponsor.
Yes. Thank you, Lever
I have
Consulting.
a child calling me.
Thank you for
Quick.
thank you for helping us out and doing all this stuff and making sure that this goes live and we get to do this for fun. And check out our podcast network. We have a few of them on there. Some of them are on hiatus, but thanks to Lever Consulting, they're all there. So it's the Pull Up a Chair Podcast Network. Thank you for that. And who's calling you?
CJ.
Yeah.
He's not here. He is
Did you?
working the football game as a band person. I don't know what he wants. I mean, I told him we're podcasting. What do you want? So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
He's
Well-
like, Mom, you're not gonna believe what just happened.
I was
A
like,
big fight broke out. We have to get picked up right now.
where I can come pick you up.
He just wants more money.
Dude.
Teenagers, am
Oh
I
my
right?
gosh. All right.
Oh, I love kids.
No, he's fine. He is fine.
Don't ask the sister. She's
Are-
not busy.
Is she there?
She's in town.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
I don't know. She's
Oh,
more
I don't
free
know.
than we are.
Having
Anyways.
having these humans that it's again, we'll talk about narcissism. Like
It's so hot today.
they don't know, they just don't think about anybody else but what's going on in their life.
Yeah, he doesn't. I mean, he doesn't even realize what day it is yet.
No, he has no idea.
No, but someday he'll get it together. What are you doing? Who are you chatting with over there during a podcast?
I'm
so unprofessional.
yeah, I'm texting CJ and say, dude, we are live.
I already said that.
Yeah, but it's like, and the funny thing is, if he wants more money, he has to get it from me.
No, you can get it from Raya. That's why I said. Ask
No,
your
but you know what I
sister.
mean. Like, if we send Apple cash to him, but what's funny is he asks her, and then she has to talk to me, and then he asks me, and then I send him money on his phone. I was like, dude, I'm right here.
Yeah.
You know?
But the thing is, if I say yes, then he knows the answer is going to be yes.
Yeah,
He asked you, it could be no.
it could be,
All right.
but I'm the one that sends him the money.
Did you say who our sponsor is?
I did.
Okay.
Lever Consulting, and I thanked Lever Consulting. I didn't tell you it was Lucy Junk, but
Oh, that's rude.
about our podcast network, and it exists because of her.
Yes.
You'll go on to Spotify. You'll go on to whatever.
Anywhere you find a podcast.
Amazon. You go on to
Okay, I have a
Google.
question.
You go on to.
That's enough. What was our giveaway question?
You don't remember?
I just wanted you to say it again.
No, you talk.
I don't remember what it was.
I was vamping while you were talking to CJ.
I don't remember the
When
giveaway
we were in
question.
slow.
Oh, it's still that one. I thought we were
Yeah.
moved on.
But here, we're going to up it, okay? We're going to up this ante here. You're not just going to get, oh, where are they at? I have these sticker pack. Well, it's in a little thing now. But does this one work?
Oh. No,
It's really close.
it's real close. You should probably.
Yeah. It's a sticker pack. Well, it's got some stickers in it, and it's got a keychain in it. We're going to up the ante. Like, if you guys can get this answered, please, we will send you a shirt like this.
A shirt.
Yes.
Oh,
We'll send you.
Didn't know-
Well,
didn't know
we'll
we
get
had
you,
any.
and we'll get you a new one. We don't have any, but we will send you one. We'll get one made, and we'll send it to you.
oh, that's nice.
Okay, we need your size and all that stuff. But the question is, when we all went to slow, we separated after going to a pub. She got a pizza on the way back.
Yes.
At that moment, well, that's at the same time, I was in a different place.
Yes.
And what did I step on that night? That same night. That was the question.
Yeah. I think it was walk on, but yes.
Walk on.
Yeah.
What did I walk on?
Yes.
That's the question. So you get some stickers, you get a keychain, and the answer is not just don't have to ask us because we're not going to tell you because it's in one of our former podcasts, our prior podcasts.
I don't know the name of it. But
But you can look it
a
up.
month ago.
But it had to do with slow.
think.
It had to do with that.
Yeah.
So just look that up, listen to it, and you'll know. But you'll get a T-shirt, some stickers,
Nice.
and a keychain.
That's cool.
I thought that'd be fun.
I like it.
Up it a little bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the giveaway question.
All right. I'm ready for the next one.
I know,
Let's go.
I know, but you have a lot more dead air than me right
Yes.
now. For some reason, you
Listen.
have long pause going.
Listen,
on.
Linda. I'm working on it. I'm working on
You're
it.
usually good at like filling.
I know.
but you just all of a sudden and you just stop talking.
I know. I'm gonna push the
So
button.
now it's more pressure for me.
Good thing.
Okay,
This better.
yeah, it just creates more pressure on me
Okay. Can I tell a
because then
story?
I have to vamp for both of
Can I
us.
tell a story before my good thing?
Then why'd you push the button?
I forgot I wanted to tell the story.
Okay, Can you play it backwards? No. Okay.
So I
La, la, la.
la, la, la. I was traveling this week and I was in Ontario
Yes.
and I'm getting on the shuttle to get back to the airport.
Oh boy.
And there's a line of people getting on the shuttle and then the drivers pulling bags, right, to get onto the bus. And I see her grab a bag and then she screams. And I was like, I don't like that. why are you screaming? And then she's like, as long as it doesn't come over here, we should be fine. She continues grabbing bags. In my mind, I'm thinking I should probably get the next bus because if you're screaming about something, I'm probably scared of it. It's too late. She's grabbed my bag. I now have to get on the bus because this is it. Plus, I mean, I had an hour for my flight, so it was plenty of time. So I get on the bus. Everyone had taken the lower level seats, so there's only like the back seats with all the windows. And all you see is a friggin' bumblebee just buzzing against the window, sounding like a helicopter, trying to escape for his life. And I am terrified of bees. Terrified. So I grab my backpack and I stay like this in a corner. And I was like, please don't come near me. I don't want to die today. And I also don't want to look like an idiot screaming on this bus in front of all these people.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna die today because of a bumblebee.
You don't know. You don't know you don't know what I would do.
That's true. I mean,
because in my mind I thought, can't we just open the emergency window and let the bee out?
Because that's an emergency.
We hadn't moved yet. We were still parked.
Still, it's for emergency. Does it say on there for emergency purposes only?
It's have you ever heard a bumblebee stuck? Like trying to escape it's the loudest noise ever.
What?
It's so loud and it's awful. So I'm sitting there clutching my bag
poor little guy.
as we start driving. And then it goes silent. And that's worse. Because when it was loud, I knew where it was. But now it's not making any noise and I'm scared.
It got a concussion.
I'm scared. And thankfully, he didn't come get me. And I got off the bus real fast and I left. And that was the end of the story. It's not a very good ending, but it was a good story. I was scared in the moment.
What happened to the bee?
I don't know what happened to the bus driver. She was hecka scared.
Oh, see, you should check up, see if there was a final destination happening.
Absolutely not. Anyways, I was scared of the beach. That was my whole story.
All right.
All right, now we can do good thing.
All right, well, let's do it again.
Good thing. Okay. So, one, it is my 39th journey around the sun, as they like to say. I came home from picking up dinner because I didn't want to cook today. I was tired. And there was a box on the chair, and I was like, what did he buy? So I said, what did you buy? He's like, that's not mine, it's yours. I'm like, I don't buy things. Like, what is this? So I open it.
Had her name on it.
And it says my name, and I'm like, I didn't buy anything. And it's a foot massager. And I was like, did you know Becca was giving me a foot massager? He's like, why would I know that? I'm like, I don't know.
Like, nobody tells me anything.
But yeah,
I'm just here for the ride.
Becca bought me a foot massager, and it's so nice.
Have you tried it?
No.
Oh.
It's because I use her foot massager, and it's wonderful, and so she bought me a foot massager.
Got it.
Yeah.
You use hers?
I've used it like twice. It's great.
Really?
Yeah. You don't realize how much tension you hold in your feet.
All of it.
Yeah. Oh.
It's always neck and feet.
So today I'm doing a foot massage after this.
She's going to fall asleep in her chair.
Yeah, absolutely. On the couch. What's your good thing?
Honestly, no, I'll lie to you. No, CJ has up to this date, we're still counting. He's getting his homework turned in, and I feel like there's a turning point in this human because he seems to be understanding the concept of just turning in when it's due.
Yeah,
and you will get good grades.
Yeah.
And it doesn't. So I said, so what's your goal from here forward? And he goes, keep my straight A's. And I'm like, no, don't make that.
Right.
That's a burden.
Yeah.
Don't make it into a burden. All you need to do is show up every day and turn in the assignments that are due on time.
Yes.
And everything else will be fine. Then your grades will be fine.
Right.
Because you can struggle for a couple, like, let's say you don't understand a concept for a little while. Oh, your grade might dip down, but it's not going to dip down to an F.
Seriously.
Because you've turned in all of your assignments.
Yes.
And you've taken your tests. And you don't.
It's been so less stressful so far.
And
I can say.
Yeah. And he's not blaming other people.
Yeah.
You know, like
so
he
good.
didn't get a packet. He lost a packet and had to turn it in late. He didn't blame anybody.
Yeah.
He started to. Like, the teacher won't give me another one. I was like, well, that's.
Should have lost it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then he ended up being nice about it and got one. And yeah.
Yeah.
So that's been my. It's just been a lot less stressful in this house because
I agree.
He's doing that.
Yeah, he also told me, apparently, and I probably did say this, I feel like I said 6 months, but he said a month. He said if he got all of his stuff in for a month, he could start taking the driver's training class, the paper one.
Who said that?
Apparently, he said I did. I think I said 6 months of getting your stuff in, not a month.
I don't think you
That's
said
not
a
long
month.
enough.
That
No.
doesn't sound like you at all.
No, feel like I would have said a year. So I feel like I probably said 6 months. That sounds more like something I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, when it comes to you discussing something with our children, you should probably have it in a text form or written down
That
somewhere.
is best.
I've asked you to do that multiple times because
Well,
they'll
sometimes
think they hear something better than it is, and you don't remember what you said.
the issue is half the conversations we have, I'm driving. I can't text things. They're not going to do it.
Well, then he doesn't get it.
I'm just saying. It's hard. It's hard to
It is
remember
hard.
everything you say.
It's impossible.
So many words.
Oh, I feel stuck. Okay,
Oh,
I'm
that's
better now.
weird.
I felt
All right.
stuck.
You have anything else?
I do. Do you?
No, go ahead.
Oh, you only had one thing.
I mean, I have another one, but I think it's weird.
Okay,
You want me to say it?
that's the whole point.
So, again, I was traveling, but the hotel I stayed at had a restaurant on site. And I don't know if you travel and you get in late to some place, especially if you're working all day. It's so nice to just show up and be like, I just want a chicken Caesar salad and a beer. And they're like, here you go. And he's like, thank you. I don't have to leave the hotel for anything. Perfect.
It's a small thing, but it's a big thing when you travel a little later in the day.
Yes.
It's a big deal. And it's also, I've said this multiple times. When I travel, I need to have a restroom and access to food.
Yeah.
And so many times when you travel, you get to the hotel like 8:30, 9 o'clock, and there's no food.
Right.
And
They're just like the snack bar.
Well, it's cookies and
Yeah.
chips.
It's nothing you normally eat. It's not good.
So
Yeah.
just to have something that's that close,
Yes.
that's in,
Yeah.
sit
It
down,
was great.
just stare at a wall.
Yeah.
eat
The
a
worst thing was
salad.
somebody was sitting there. There was like I thought they were all together, but it wasn't. It was just some like chicks who were there for work and some
Oh.
guys who were there for work, and the chicks were already hammered. But there was a guy who was sitting there, and he's like, "Yeah, I don't like any sports." And I was like, "Vomit! How do you not like any
The
sports?"
guy
the
said
guy
that?
said that.
Oh,
He was
see, I
like,
thought that was
no,
it
the,
was the other way around.
the
when you
guy said it, and I was like, "How do you not like any sports? You know how many sports there are on the planet? You don't like any sports? You can go
Yeah.
somewhere. I don't like
That
you."
felt weird. I thought
It
you were
wasn't
talking
okay.
about. You said spouses.
Well, because I
So
thought
when
they seemed like they were together.
Yeah, but you
because-
said the spouses are saying they don't like any sports, so that could have
Oh,
gone
Yeah, that was
husband,
just
wife.
no.
Either.
Sorry,
So I defaulted to
no.
yeah.
And it was even more fun because the lady who was super drunk, they were getting ready to leave, and for some reason she announced to like the 6 of us at the bar. And granted, they made up 4 people. So me and this other lady, she's like, "I am so sorry. We took up so much of the bartender's time." And I was like, "What? Nobody cares." But she like announced it. She's like, "But we're leaving now." And I'm like, "Okay, good luck."
Well, it's kind of like the story you talk about somebody in the aisleway getting out of the plane.
Yeah, that lady was
Speaking
special.
about
Yes.
Making an announcement saying, I don't want to be that person that holds everybody up so anybody can go. I was like, you're being that person. know,
She was great.
Not to
She
be
was great.
this, but I was like, well, you are that then.
Yeah.
We talk about that too. I was like, come on.
I love people.
My other good thing is it's literally happening right now. Mariah just landed.
Yay.
And she is here in town to hang
Our
out with
other
us.
kid.
Yeah, for the next week and a half or so. So it's going to be pretty awesome to have her in the house
Yes.
back again.
She's funny.
Yeah, she's been gone we haven't seen her in a few months.
I think so. That sounds
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Yeah. So we try and have her visit, or when we go to the Northwest, go see her and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So,
Last time we didn't, and she got mad at us.
well, that was
That was
on
my
you.
fault.
Yeah.
I didn't think she wanted to hang out with people, certain people, and I was wrong. I was
Yeah.
wrong.
You were
I
wrong.
wouldn't have been. She would have been like, "This is real boring." Anyways.
Yeah, that's awful.
Hi.
All right, that was my
All right,
that
cool.
was my two good things.
Nice.
You got anything else?
Not for that. I have some rants to talk about.
Oh no.
Rant of the week. Rant of the week.
Rant of the week.
And Valerie said, "Was it on the ramp?"
What?
Valerie said, "Was it on the ramp? Was it the on ramp?"
Oh, see, you
Sorry.
can't read the chat because I was like, that doesn't make sense. That's
I
like
fixed it, Valerie.
it's like when you
Was
post
it
something
the-
on the line.
Was it the on ramp? She said.
Was it the on ramp? Valerie, yes, you are the winner.
Woohoo!
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
It
Yes,
was.
we will send you some stickers. We're going to send you a keychain, and we're going to send you an Advise Me Out t-shirt.
Yeah.
Coming your way.
Hilarious.
So, yes, it was the on-ramp. I got a little turned around while we were in slow. In my Croc slides,
Yes.
I was using my phone to find my way back instead of just taking a right and a right.
Yes.
That's all I had to do
It
was
was
come
very
out of the
simple.
pub, go right, and I'd have made it. I took a left and was in the middle of nowhere, so I started using my phone. I guess I didn't put walk on it, and it's like, oh, it's like right around the corner. So it takes me up here, and all of a sudden I'm walking on the on-ramp to get on the freeway
Yep.
in my little blue Croc slides.
Yep.
So I decided, this is in the other podcast, I was like, decided, this is going to be a much longer walk. I got to pee real bad. So I just walked off. The light was shining on me. I don't think there was a tree covered. I was like, I don't care. Give me a ticket.
You're ridiculous.
But I made it.
Good job.
So we'll get that to you. We'll get your information. Well, we know your information.
Yeah.
And then we'll send it to you.
Yes. Woohoo. That's exciting.
Now we have to come up with another question by the end of the show.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's on you.
Well, I'll rant. You think of a question.
No,
I did Advise Me Not. I set
You
all
did-
this
what?
up.
you set nothing up.
Thanks, Ryan.
What?
What
What?
is it? Ooh, thank you,
Hot
guys.
chocolate. It's already 100 degrees out. She just got delivered a hot chocolate when it's
From
100
Ginger, look at
degrees.
it.
Oh. Well, there's and Mariah. We just announced on our podcast here that Mariah was coming. Mariah is here. So she is right there. She's waving at me, but you can't see her because she's off camera. then they're running away again.
Oh, Ryan said we had to take a shot.
They took
You guys-
off.
You guys missed the first
Do we even know
one.
where they went?
Don't take the dog, I think.
Oh, cool.
Hopefully.
I don't know.
Otherwise, I mean, throw it back. All right. Do you want to start ranting or do you want to pour a shot?
You can start ranting.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. You go ahead and start ranting.
Okay.
I will pour the shots.
All right. So I have what did I put down here? Explaining. Okay. First one. So our little Ginger is a mess, right? She's old and she's just a mess. So we had to take her to the vet today. My rant is actually not the new vet. It's the old vet. Because the old vet was like,
We've ranted about her before.
I know, but I'm going to rant again because
Them.
I'm so annoyed.
VCA.
Don't do them and don't go with them. They're awful. Our new vet is they're just so kind and it makes it so different. Like when you walk out and you realize I didn't have to pay $3,000 for that vet visit and it wasn't even worth it the last time we did it.
Yeah, and I'm trying to pour shots, but I have to pipe in on this. Like, because I was going to mention them. I was going to do it more in a shout out for our new vet.
My bad.
So no, that's fine because it's kind of flipped. It's the same thing. But yes, it was just really nice, and I'm going to take away from the rant part a little bit.
Make it nice. That's good.
But it was really nice for us to walk in, and they did the exact same testing. This is no joke. X-rays, all the stuff that they did. She was there for all day. She was there from like
10 to 3.
10 to 3.
Yeah.
She was at the vet from 10 to 3. Right? And that whole time that she was there, they did the exact same testing as the other vet did. And we came out paying less than half
Oh, I think it was a third.
of what that's still less
I
than
know.
half.
I'm just saying
That's how math
specifically. I
works.
think it was a third.
A third of the it was about a third of the cost to do the exact same testing
Yeah.
at a vet that was half a mile away from the other one. It wasn't
Yes.
like we had to drive some
They're in the
special
same
place.
parking lot.
Yeah,
almost.
I mean, you could walk from
Yeah.
one place to the other in like 7 minutes. So, yeah, so it was absolutely ridiculous.
Yes.
That last one.
All right.
I'm gonna
Shot,
give it
then
to you.
rant.
Oh, all right, it's lunch fun.
Salute. Happy birthday again. All right. Rant 2. Why is it when they say, okay, guys, this is not a full flight, plenty of seats, and the couple who doesn't want to keep walking further back is like, are those free? No, did you not hear? It's a not full flight. Plenty of empty seats in the back. You should keep going. Southwest. So I just want to be like, listen, I don't know if you heard. We get our own row. You don't even have to sit with me. I don't understand people who are like, it's too far to keep walking. Are those seats empty? And you have to be like, yes, they are empty because it's Southwest. You can sit wherever you want. But in your mind, you want to be like, no, keep walking backwards and sit together in the back.
Or I mean, I would have said something.
Why?
I said they are free, but it's not a full flight. There's like 50 empty seats. So if you still want to sit there, that's up to you.
Oh, I just don't understand.
But that's me going, move on.
Yeah, but not everybody gets. If they were like an older couple too, they were just like, "Oh, were those free?" No.
So you get up and you go, "Oh, you want the window seat?" And then you move.
Right.
You move to the 2 rows down.
Yes, these are yours. Then I want my own row.
At that point, I mean, especially when you're traveling by yourself, who cares if you get up front or in the back of them? I'm not into that.
No.
If I'm traveling by myself, I'd rather, if I can have my own row, bro.
Right.
Bro.
I tried. I thought I was further enough back to where it was just me, and then no, it wasn't. I was like, did I have to go to the last seat in the plane?
Oh, that's too bad.
Here's what it is.
Oh.
Your turn.
Oh.
What you
Mine
got?
is, okay. I mean, she's going to agree with this because it costs more money to do it. But when you finally, it seems like it happens to me so often. Here's a couple examples. Like as soon as I decided to pull the trigger on buying like this little Stream Deck thing here, right? They come out with a digital form and an app that's like $25 a year to use it on however many devices you want, right? I bought a Stream Deck, a small Stream Deck to push buttons. Still love this thing. Think it's an amazing piece of machinery and software. But as soon as that happens, like a month later, it's probably like 3 months later, an app comes out. She's using an iPad here to do the exact same thing as mine. And it's just an app that you pay $25 a year to use on as many devices as you want.
Yeah.
That's insane to me in my brain.
Did you do it again?
Yes.
What'd you do?
And I love the product, Rode. I already bought it. You know, those little mobile microphones, the little wireless ones. I got Wireless Go 2 because Wireless Go was really good. And the Wireless Go 2 came out about a year or so ago. And I was like, these are awesome. I'm going to pull the trigger. You know, they have a transmitter. We can take these on the road. They can hook up to the deck that we won.
Right.
Right. It hooks up wirelessly to that. It's like, cool. Got that. End of August, within the next 7 days, how many days are in August?
7.
Wireless Pro
Oh gosh.
comes out. Okay. If you know anything about post-production audio, 32-bit float saves everything. And like, if anybody knows anything about 32-bit float, anybody?
Ryan.
Him and I shouted to Ryan. I was like, Ryan, this thing is so cool because 32-bit float is like, if you hear distorted sounds right now, or if I'm too quiet right now, 32-bit float, you can fix that without any background noise. You just squish or expand it. It records it at 32-bit float. That's the technology of microphones, of recording audio. And this one's coming out with that. And it records on the little devices.
Okay.
And it comes with lavalier, the little lavalier mics that you can hook up to them. And they come up with their little ball here. So it's about $300 worth of more stuff. And it's only $99 more than the ones that I bought. And I'm sitting here going,
you traded in?
I'm kicking myself. I'm like, oh, it's just, I mean, yeah, it was just one of those
If you
things.
would have done more research, would you have known this is coming out?
No, they literally announced it last week.
That's rough.
They all of a sudden this teaser thing on their social media coming soon. And I'm like, coming soon? That's already out because it looked just like. And then all of a sudden, 2 days ago, they go Wireless Pro.
Oh gosh.
And all the videos hit, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So that's another thing. That's
rough.
There's a very long list of things that have happened to me that way when it comes to electronics, especially. Canon's the worst for me. Canon cameras. I swear they release 3 cameras every month.
It's a lot.
They do though. They're like, oh, the new R this and the EOR and the MOR6, the 6.5, the 7, the 8. And I'm like, oh my gosh, they have a new at least 2 to 3 cameras coming out every month.
Maybe the universe is just trying to tell you have to be content with life.
I love the cameras I have.
But
I do like the plan for the future, right? And you know that. Like these microphones, they'll be lasting for a long time. These are tried and true microphones that have been around for what, 40 years, 50 years? Sure. The concept of them, and they're still tried and true. But as technology advances, I mean, we got to get 4K someday.
You know why that will never happen to me? Because I take so long to buy things. It will never happen that where I'm like, man, I just bought something and the new thing came around. By the time I bought something, I'm good.
But then I don't know. It's then in a couple years, that's true. You're cool with like the old rusty stuff.
Yeah, I don't care.
But I was like, yeah, I mean, Ryan is looking here. Then the 5D Mark II, 5D Mark III, exactly. That I'm like,
you don't need all those.
If you want to see anything that I'm feeling right now is go to Canon, the website, and look how many cameras are on there, and look how many of them say new. Look at it a week later; those are no longer new. There's a whole new slew of them.
That's an issue, though, but you don't need the new.
That's my rant, though. My rant is...
Well, my rant is you don't need the new stuff all the time. Yours is fine.
My rant is that, really, more than anything. Now, my rant is not against Rode.
Yeah.
I'll be very honest, because they have a way...
Ryan.
The way... We'll read that comment in a second. The way Rode has built their merchandise is it has a price point for everyone, and which is really cool. I think it's $149. Yeah, it's like $149 if you want to get like a couple wireless mics and a transmitter that plugs right into your phone. And you don't see any monitoring on it or anything like that. And it's really nice for Instagram Live and all that kind of stuff. And then at $299, they have the wireless ones, with a little transmitter that have a certain amount of hours and some self-recording. And then for $399, they have the Pro one. So I'm just like, they really do lock in different price points. And I do like them for that. But I'm like, but why would I drive a Honda if for like $100 more I could have a Ferrari? And I feel like that's what Rode gets me with is... But
you're not going to use all the things the Ferrari has.
That's very true. But the 32-bit float, I actually will use because I've run into those problems.
So what you're telling me is when a shipment comes in the next couple months to just not worry about it because you already bought it now.
Oh, you won't see the shipment. It's a small box.
Okay.
It's like this big.
When you
downstairs.
go to get the mail, I'll know that something's showing up.
That's very true. I was like, I'm going to go get the mail.
Yeah.
No, I just go get it.
So I always know that you bought something that you don't want to talk about.
Yeah. Lately it's been small pieces of electronics, which is I haven't bought anything really that big, except for those wireless not the Pro, but the go-tos. And I haven't bought a few new gis.
Yeah.
For jiu-jitsu because my old ones There's
not a real reason. Go ahead.
And I'm not going to wear them.
Yeah.
There's certain ones.
There's nothing wrong with them. You're just not going to wear them again.
So I donated them. There's a reason for one, right? There's a reason for one I'll never
You're like
wear.
a shopaholic.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
But I like things. And I like things because I grew up with nothing.
Right.
I grew up with no things. And I don't wear flashy anything. I'm not like flashy watches and rings. I was like, I'm not into that, but I like stuff.
You like stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like it to be nice.
I don't like stuff.
Yeah. I mean, if I can get a Canon Mark 400, 5D Mark 400, I'll get it.
I don't get that concept.
No, but I'm also sitting here with an iPhone 11 Pro.
But the reason isn't because you don't want the new one.
That's true.
That's all.
It doesn't have the upgrades that I want.
If it had the upgrades you wanted, you would get one every single year.
Here's something I'm running into though when it comes to the iPhone is the camera on this one is really you're starting to see the difference now from the iPhone 11 to the coming out this year, the 15.
Sure.
There's a big difference in now the quality of the camera.
Mm-hmm.
Battery life's fine. Everything else works great on this phone, but now it's kind of like the video stuff. You're starting to see the difference. So.
No, you're starting to see the difference.
I'm starting to see the difference.
Still.
Uh-huh. You have like the latest Samsung in your hand though.
That's not true. Mine's 2 years old.
Oh my gosh.
But let me tell you the difference. When you trade stuff in at Samsung, they actually give you good credit.
There's another rant. There's a rant right there.
Amazing credit
Here's
at
a triggered
Samsung.
rant, right? And I got to itch my ear because my ears are getting hot in the microphone. Oh, okay.
Weird. All right.
So, not in the microphone, but in my headphones. The Apple's trade-in, I want to say, Apple started the trade-in program before anybody.
Yeah.
And then everybody else started doing it and made Apple's look like trash.
Apple's is trash.
I was like, you type in most of the stuff right now, and I'm an Apple person. I really do like Apple products. The products are amazing.
Yeah.
Stellar, user-friendly. They come right out and they work great. But their trade-in program is type in your serial number on the trade-in program.
$4.
No, this is what they normally say. We'll recycle that for you. And I'm like, what? I'm like, I'm using it right now to talk to you and broadcast and all that stuff. It's like, well, we'll recycle it for you.
And friggin' Samsung's like, hey, Samsung, I think I want the newest phone. I'll give you my old phone. They're like, oh.
Do you have $99?
Thank you for your old phone. If you want, we'll give you a watch, a charger, some earbuds, and the phone. But you do have to pay $150 plus shipping.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's literally what's happened to her before. She turned it and she goes, if you just want to trade in the phone. So she ends up with 2 high-end Samsung watches.
I got 2 watches, 2 earbuds. My phone. I still have an old phone. They're like, if you want to trade that one in, we'll give you $300. I'm like, okay.
Seriously, she did all that. She came out with a new phone. She kept her old watch, got a new watch, all that kind of stuff for $150.
Yeah.
Now, if you go buy that watch straight out, it's what $399 or something?
Yeah.
It's like $400 watch.
Yeah. It's great. Love Samsung.
But she traded in one phone.
Yes.
She got a new phone.
Yeah.
And a watch.
Yeah.
For $150.
Yes.
So I was like, there's a rant right there. It's
That
like,
one's better.
the trade-in program is so much better when it comes to Samsung. So
Sure. It's a lot of ranting we did.
I don't know if it's a lot. It's
You have more?
No, that's all I really
Oh,
had
okay.
because I'm having those issues like every time that I set up or want to do something a little bit more for our mobile broadcasting
Yes.
because I'm back in the market, obviously. This setup's pretty good and it's working really, really well for us
We don't ever do mobile broadcasting
because
by the
we
way.
don't have the
That's
right
not
stuff.
the reason.
We don't have
That's
we don't have the wireless
That
pro.
is not
from
the
Rode.
reason. The
Rode.
reason is
Rode, please sponsor us. I love your stuff.
just take his old ones, let him pay $99 and
I
get
am
the new
telling
one.
you, I have fallen in love with Rode's products over the last few months.
No.
We won a free little thing, and then I opened it up, and I was like, "Why have I been missing this my whole life?"
No.
So, and I love the products that I do use, but
We don't have time to do this when we're traveling.
we don't make the time.
We don't have time.
I mean, we could just turn on the camera and while we're working,
Right. That's real fun. Just
You don't
watch us
know.
sitting there.
could be we just
It's not.
record it. It's training
No.
for new people.
No.
Mm.
So I had one more rant. It's
Oh, you
like
did?
work related, but not about people specifically.
In
I promise.
case you're listening,
I promise. It bothers me when like you send somebody a price sheet and you're like, hey, this is what my services are. And they're like, oh, that's high. Can you negotiate? And I was like, or we could just not work together. I mean, it's hard because when you have a business, you're like, I obviously want business, right? Like this is how we stay open is by having more clients. But also like I can't devalue myself to the point that you need me to be at if I can't still maintain my business. Otherwise, what's the point of the conversation? So it's hard when people are like, the first thing out of their mouths is, that's really high. I'm like, well, I live in California where it's really expensive. So I don't know what to tell you. This is what it costs to run the business here.
well, I understand where somebody would say something to that effect, but saying, "Oh, those prices are really high,"
Mm-hmm.
that's different than saying, "Hey, are your prices negotiable?"
Right. I said after that, I was like, well, depending on the state, they are negotiable.
No, just like
right.
no, if when you give somebody a bid,
Right.
right, and that's pretty standard.
Yeah.
You give somebody a bid, either they say no, thank you,
Yeah.
or they hire you. That's
Right.
pretty normal.
Yeah.
But if they're considering still hiring you, they usually go, and it's kind of out of their budget. They go, are your prices negotiable?
Right.
Are your services negotiable?
Right.
They don't say, well, that's really high.
Right.
Usually they just don't respond.
Yeah. Right. That's what I feel like too. I was like, okay.
That's just being a jerk.
Yeah.
Your prices are high.
Yeah.
Like, move on, man.
So we'll see how this meeting goes. That's coming up.
Or like, it's kind
I'll
of
let
like,
you guys know.
that's ridiculous.
Yeah. I was just like, I don't know how I feel about this. It's what it is.
That's all I
Owning
really
a business is weird. All right, that's me too. That's my
Mine was
last
just,
rant. Buying stuff and then.
I love you road.
Oh, did you read Ryan's message?
Which one? I can't.
You want me to read it?
No.
I'm so good at this.
No, we don't need all of those, Sarah. We just need the newest one.
But it's everyone's.
It's so true.
Again, if you guys found a company that had a good trade-in program and would take what you got, give you a good price, you can get the new
When it
one.
comes to the phone,
get it.
I agree with that big time. When it comes to like these microphones, no. These microphones are freaking stellar.
So you don't need new ones.
They're big. It's not because I need a new one.
No, but even the travel ones are fine.
Well, no.
Because no, here's the thing. Here's the funny thing though. When they came with the
No.
mail, all Scooter could do was like, this is it. This is all we need right here. This is the perfect thing we can travel with. Let me show you everything it can do. And then a new one comes out. These are trash. I don't want these anymore. I need something else.
Road, I did not say they were trash. Not even close. I absolutely love these products.
No, it's always like, these are great. But if we had this one, then we could really do something.
That, yes, I have definitely said that.
5 minutes ago, they were
So-
the best thing
No,
on
2 weeks
Earth.
ago. 2 weeks ago.
No.
2 weeks ago. Because this has been happening over the last 2 weeks.
It's happening our whole relationship is what I'm saying about everything you buy.
For sure. But I have had the same mixer for at least 5 years.
Longer than that.
Yeah,
think.
whatever. I mean, the mixer is amazing. The Zoom
Yeah.
mixer I have, it's amazing.
Cool.
Um,
See, he says that now. You know what's going to happen tomorrow? There's going to be a new mixer. And he's going to be like,
we
I
got
have
we
to have-
won a new mixer,
But not for the
from
house.
Rode. I don't need one. They're not even close. You should know-
everybody, write down the time right now. Right now.
Do you know-
I promise you, we're going to hear this. We're going to hear the statement that says,
Well, this is the Live Track L12. They do have a Live Track L20
give it a
that
couple
has
months.
8 more channels, and I am starting to fill up some of the channels.
Give it some months. You're going to hear the same conversation. He's going to be like,
So I
So
got a new mixer.
I know I said this one was exactly what we needed,
Oh,
but I found another
No,
one.
I don't do the disclaimer at the front.
That's true.
I don't say, I know why I said, no, I moved past that. Way past that.
Oh,
I don't wanna dig my own hole.
As soon as you start talking great things about that, I knew there's gonna be another one.
I've been talking great things about that for years now, though. I'm finding out new things that mixer
Telling you guys.
does almost daily.
Give it a couple months.
Okay, but I'm just, there's certain things. I do enjoy new things because I like
Oh,
figuring out stuff. I love learning. And I think I was chatting with Ryan a little bit about this too, because I know quite a bit about live production stuff.
Yeah.
You know, how to do live audio. You know, you need louder mids in
You're gonna lose some people.
audio, that kind of stuff. But when it comes to post production and moving stuff around, I'm a derp, totally a derp when it comes to that, because I didn't. And then I found out about this 32-bit float that exists, and I'm like freaking
I'm
out.
gonna buy you a shirt that says that.
32-bit float.
Yep.
I still want the N+1.
I know.
I still want the N+1. If anybody knows that, I know it's kind of, I think it's calculus. It's a engineering theory thing, but it's always, how many do you have? You always need one more.
Yeah.
That's kind of the running joke. It's N+1.
Theory of his life.
Yes. So speaking of that, we'll get to that. We'll get to the shout outs in
Okay.
a little bit.
Next,
Oh, what are we doing?
we're talking about what's going on.
What's up in you?
What's going on?
What's up in you?
Ryan said you're a nerd. A lot. Nerd.
Nerd. Yes, I think we're all nerds.
I'm not.
Yes, we are. Because you know a lot about one specific thing. I don't know what it is.
Not me either.
Auditing.
Cooking. Oh.
Auditing. Nerd.
I know a lot about baking.
Nerd.
No,
That's what a nerd is.
like baked goods.
And they don't care. Nerds are people that, to me, and I think by definition, they know a lot about one specific thing, and it's so niche,
Good enough.
whatever, that it's almost like other people can't relate to them, and they can't relate to the other people because they know so much about
Like
it.
succulents.
Yeah, it could be succulents, could be electronics, could be auditing, could be
Yeah.
I think that's what a nerd is.
All right, let me tell you the cool things that's happening
Cool. What's up in you or area?
in everyone's. All right.
Everyone's. You got them
We-
all.
I have a lot.
I have two.
You want to go
Two
first?
different
then?
areas.
Wait, what city's yours?
I did Fresno and Atlanta.
Okay, cool. So I'll do those last. In Houston, actually, I want to do Houston's last because I really like what it is.
Houston.
Okay, Sacramento. Rent is gonna be here on Broadway.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
I love.
I
Rent.
looked up stuff and I didn't pop up on my.
I kind of want to go. And then also this weekend is the Black Food Festival off Florin Road, which also sounded awesome because I like food and festivals.
That was me staring at the camera. Long pause because we won't be here.
No,
Good call.
I probably should have looked up things where we're going.
But we don't want
It's
people to know where we're
fine.
going. We don't
That's
need
true.
we don't
Okay.
need the paparazzi after us.
In Olympia, there's a sunflower festival at the Rutledge Corn Maze.
Okay, that's cool.
I don't know what that is, but I wanted to go because I like sunflowers.
Sunflowers
That's my
are
mama.
amazing. Yeah, sunflowers are really, it's very special to connection between Sarah and her mom.
Yes. Seattle. Ed Sheeran's going to be there. I mean, what else do you need?
Not much.
The end.
And I'm done.
That's it.
Podcast over.
Podcast
Live
over.
stream over.
All right, what'd you have for Fresno?
I had Tioga Sequoia,
Ooh, they're good.
the brewery there.
Yeah.
They have a Plants and Pints Sunday.
What does that mean?
I don't know. You plant stuff and drink beer.
There you go.
I was thinking about your brother at that point. I was
That's
like,
pretty good.
you should probably go, dude.
You should go. Can you tell him?
No, I just found this out.
No,
And he doesn't watch the show.
he doesn't. Megan does.
So Megan, it'll be after the fact if she watches
that's
live. But no, there's Plants and Pints on Sunday in Fresno, Tioga Sequoia. What is the beer there? Sherman?
Sherman.
Was it Sergeant, Lieutenant, Captain?
John, where are you?
Something
General.
Sherman.
General Sherman.
Sherman. Very good IPA.
That's also a tree.
Oh yeah, it is. That's why it comes from.
Yeah.
I get it now.
It's a sequoia.
Woo! Connected.
Sleep back, help me out, General. In Fresno, also, they're having a water lantern festival. I said water lantern festival. How
Read my
gorgeous does that
lips.
sound?
I've never been to one.
Me either,
I've
but I
only
want
seen
to.
like videos of it and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I want to
It's
because it
freaking
sounds
gorgeous.
pretty.
They have like board games and stuff built just because it's so beautiful, like beautiful puzzles and
Yeah.
board games.
I
And
might do one of
murals
those one
and-
day. Not
You
a
are.
board game, but a water lantern. I also
A
can't.
watered lantern.
I also have difficulty saying quick quack
Quick quack.
and the end of that.
Quick quack.
I
Quick
can't.
quack. Water lantern.
I can't say car wash after quick
Car
quack.
wash.
I can say it in the other order, but I can't say it together.
Quick quack car wash.
I always call it a wash.
Wash.
Wash. Because it should rhyme. Quick. I can't. Never mind.
You
Quick
should see
quack
the way your
car
lips.
wash.
If you could see the
Wash.
way your anybody was watching this when she does it, look at her lips. They
Don't
like
look.
stick out. They move down
I
and stick
can't.
out.
I can't do it. It doesn't make any sense to
They
me.
turn into a duckbill.
All right. What do you?
Quack, quack.
What do you have
Wash.
for Atlanta?
Oh, Atlanta on the 25th, which is tomorrow night. Chris Stapleton is
Ooh, I saw that.
there in Atlanta. And if you're not in the country, that's totally fine. But he's more than just a country artist. He's a amazing guitarist, amazing songwriter. He's sang with a lot of different people that are not just country.
Yeah.
So if you're in Atlanta, if you listen to the show, or you probably already know, go check out Chris Stapleton. Amazing artist, amazing guitarist, great songwriter.
I saw that.
Like I know him as a friend,
yeah,
you know.
they're best buddies.
Yeah, chump. I
They
just call
also
him
have-
Chrissy Poo.
Oh, that's weird. They also have the Coca-Cola Summer Film Festival.
What's that?
I don't know, but it sounded
Oh,
interesting, so I wrote it down.
gosh.
That's the extent of what I know about that. Okay, you ready for the big one in Houston?
No.
In
I couldn't find anything in Houston. I looked.
Oh, you don't look hard enough. Okay,
You're right.
in Houston, they have a 1990s TV weekend live on stage where
What?
they recreate iconic 90s TV moments.
Urkel?
Yes. All of the 90s TV
All I
moments
could think was
is
Urkel.
like live on stage. And I thought, why is that not here? I would go to that. I would be so happy.
I have something funky in my eyeball.
I think it's your eyelash.
Or maybe I was
Shit.
just so emotional about Urkel.
Yeah,
I was just crying.
that purple Urkel.
I
But yes, I thought, how much fun would that be?
think it'd be
I want
amazing.
one. I want a 90s TV
Because
weekend
we were
live
talking
on
about,
stage.
weren't we talking about the like 90s TV? To like just yesterday.
Probably.
Yeah, because Frasier's
all I
coming
got.
back.
Oh yeah, Becca, Frasier's coming back.
Yeah, October
New one.
on I think Paramount or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah, brand new.
Now you got to rewatch the whole show so you can be caught up.
And I was like sitting there going, "Oh, she goes."
She's just rewatching.
I know, but she's like, "I should tell my sisters," and I'm like, "Man, I didn't even watch. You know, while you guys were watching Frasier, I was watching. What was I watching? A Different World,
No,
and yes, I was
no, I was saying we didn't watch that.
A Different World and Martin. Well, you guys are watching Frasier.
I don't know that we were allowed to. I feel like Martin was older than that for us.
Maybe
Frasier was pretty vanilla.
no, just because of the color of skin.
No, just all around.
But the humor was very vanilla too.
he was great.
It was a little, yeah.
But I think I don't know. My parents were more strict at the time. They were hit or miss on what we could watch and listen
But also
to.
look at it, I was like, Frasier. I don't think my parents were strict.
No, they
They
didn't
just
care.
weren't there.
Oh yeah, so they didn't
Oh,
care.
like if the TV's there, the babysitter's there, the TV. No. So no, I didn't watch a lot of Frasier. I watched a lot of Cheers
No.
because my dad would watch it when I was visiting my dad. There was a lot of Cheers. So that's why then Frasier was the spinoff from
Yeah.
it. And I was like, I thought Frasier was stupid. He was a dumb character to me.
Yeah.
So I was like, he's
He
boring.
didn't even make the show though. I feel like Niles made the show more
Oh,
than Frasier.
I've watched
the
it
dog.
since then. I've watched it since then and go, okay, this is really
It's very
good.
fun. Yeah.
Like the dad was
Dad's great.
the best,
Yeah.
you know, because how did I produce
These guys.
these
Right.
privileged, entitled little whiny
Yeah.
kids
Yeah.
as adults now?
Yeah.
So I relate to him,
It's a great show.
especially now. I
Why?
relate to that man. I have no idea about Niles being on. She says
That's sad.
Niles isn't on the new one, right? I was like, I don't know.
I don't know either.
I really didn't look at it. All I saw was an announcement, and
I realized I didn't write a shout out in this box.
well, good for you.
All right. Well,
Go.
let's do that
Anything
then.
else for what's up in your area?
No, that's
or
all I had.
no?
That was
Oh,
it.
we're just on to her
Houston-
next.
Houston was my last.
Shout out!
Woo!
All right. You have nothing.
Since it's all about me, I would like to thank everybody who sent me a happy birthday wish.
Oh, because
Shout out to all of
here's
you
my
guys.
shout out. Sarah, happy born on day anniversary.
Aw.
That was my number one. I put in the top right corner because that's all where my important ones go. That's true. Like the plants and pints, top right, because I thought that was cool. Because I was thinking of Matthew, and then I was for you.
Aw.
No, here's no joke. I mean, I won't get too mushy, but no joke. When I was trying to put together like a post, and when you go through, because I'm trying to look at pictures through, because I post on Facebook and Instagram, but I'm going through pictures that are just of her, right? I'm not cropping me out, that kind of stuff. I was like, oh, I take a lot of pictures of Sarah. So there's other ones that I do take pictures while she's sleeping. And I don't think she wants those ones.
No. It's awful.
I've had like at least over the last year, probably at least 12 to 15
Yeah.
when she's sleeping.
Same.
I know I love her face. So when I see her face and then I just had to go through there and I had to like, make them into squares and stuff like that. I was like, you are by far the cutest human being
Oh,
I've ever known. So it was really hard to like pick which one, because I was like, here she is being a goof again. Here she is being sweet. Here she is lecturing the dog. And I was like, oh my God, this is so cute. So I have to say, not only are you the sweetest human being I've ever known in my whole life, but you're cute as hell, man. Like going through those pictures, like she's just so cute. So, yeah, I just had to put that there when I was putting all those pictures.
Oh, that's nice.
So,
Oh man, I don't like mushy stuff. I don't know how to react. Thanks.
does that make up for this that old frumpy comment?
No,
I
nothing
think-
will make up for you calling me frumpy ever.
It's like
Ever.
I think that what I told you was like something about frumpy. And she goes, Bailey was even offended. She was like, you don't call your wife frumpy.
Never call somebody frumpy.
I didn't say you were. I just said the clothes. They're like, oh,
The
that's
same
worse.
thing. Same thing.
So much worse.
Frumpy.
All right. Here, there's 2 humans down here
Are
again.
they leaving?
I don't know. Have they taken the dog yet? I don't know.
What's your other
Oh,
shout
they're
out?
getting all. Oh my gosh. You should see the amount of luggage that these humans are putting up the stairs.
And right
Is there
visit,
another house in it?
There's like 7.
there's still more out there. It's being shipped in
Yes.
tomorrow.
Yes.
So that was one of my shout outs. I have other ones. Well, I can't just. Are you gonna not do any?
I said mine and then you hopped on mine.
No, I didn't hop on yours. Mine was written down.
But I said it first. So
Okay. My second one is Kabob to go.
what's that?
The place you keep getting the kebab stuff from at the
Oh,
farmer's
so
market.
good. Yeah.
Okay, I have to.
I didn't know the name.
Well, I had to go look at something in the fridge to know what the name of it. We just go to this little. It's a little tent there at our. Was it a Saturday, Sunday?
Better.
And that's another shout out we did. Was this last weekend
Yes.
that we went and saw
Chad.
DJing out there, Lions in Paris. Check him out too. I'll link him for sure. What are you 3ing about?
Number 3.
What?
This is the 3rd shot.
Who asked?
I would guess people are wondering.
You just throw up like
Gang
gang
signs?
signs that are, 3rd Street gang. So no,
West Side.
you did it wrong. Kabob to go. No joke. Because do you want me to slide that over
No,
there?
you don't have
to
to have one. I'll do it by myself.
Okay. There you go. Seriously, like I like Indian food and Middle Eastern food very much so. I'm not a big fan of kebabs because I think maybe I've had a few bad experiences with kebabs because they were kind of like dry and boring, maybe. But oh my gosh, these ones when you go there, they're meatballs. No, those
they're
they're
kofta.
what are they? Lamb and beef, I think.
Are you talking about the meatballs or the kebab?
The meatballs.
I think it's lamb and beef.
That's what I said.
I was agreeing with you. But they're called koftas.
Yeah, delicious.
Magic.
Seriously, some of the best. I mean, you've never had a meatball until you've had a kofta.
That's true.
And what was the other one? Even their kebabs.
Yeah.
And their rice.
And they're
I'm like,
mantu.
I'm not a big rice fan, but holy
Yeah.
smokes!
They make good basmati.
What's that?
It's a type of rice.
Oh, it's delicious. You're saying words. That doesn't make it sound any better. It tastes so good.
Yeah.
So seriously, she had me taste something, and I was like, we got to go there again. I even got up
Yeah. That was amazing.
for multiple
Before
reasons.
noon.
I didn't go. I went to see Chad because I was like, man, he's been playing in Natomas every Saturday.
1 mile from our house.
Yeah, and I haven't gone and seen him. So I was like, I gotta go say hi. So while we're there, we picked up all this tea. We picked up some meat,
Pickled green beans.
So I gotta say, shout out to Kabob to go,
Yeah.
but also shout out to local farmers markets. If you guys don't go, you are missing out on not just supporting people that are your neighbors and could be your potential friends. You're missing out on like home kitchen,
Yeah.
great food, great produce,
Yes.
great. It's
The
just
best
you're
beef.
missing out on it.
Man, Abdus beef. I know we're naming people, but they're like a really small farmer, meat farmer. They only do beef. Rancher, there you go. But they only do like really small batches. But man, I don't even like beef, but their ground beef is like, I will eat that. one.
Okay, so I
It's
made
like a real burger.
I only have a few things in my repertoire when it comes to making dinner. Spaghetti's one,
Yes.
right? So I know ground meat in general,
Yeah.
from turkey to ground chicken to ground beef to ground whatever. But holy smokes, I didn't have to drain it.
Yeah.
it was that lean.
So good.
And it was just normal.
Yeah.
It wasn't like it was lean. It was just what it is.
Yeah.
And I put it in there. There was nothing to drain. Like
Awesome.
I browned it, spiced it up, and there was like nothing to drain out of it. I was like, this is amazing.
So good.
So it was very, very tasty.
Yeah. That's all I
All
have.
right. That's all.
Shout outs. Woo!
That's all you have.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have one more.
Okay.
Holy smokes.
I just like bouncing off yours. This is good. I told you, it hasn't been a bad week, but it's still been a week.
Okay, but you usually on the bad weeks you're a lot more on it. This one's
know.
like a.
I was gone till like 5:15. I didn't. It's been a day. I didn't have time.
It was. It was a day, and we'll get to probably some of that. It was a day because our little girl, our little doggy, I shut down a little bit sometimes when I get worried about people or pets. So she was in there. I was like, is she gonna be okay? Why hasn't the doctor called?
Yeah.
Um,
When they said we're gonna go ahead and keep her till we're done with the procedures, we're like, what do you mean keep her?
yeah, and then you had to sign this thing that says
they'll
either
do CPR,
they'll either
resuscitate
do CPR or do not resuscitate.
Right.
And I'm like, I had to sign a document
Right.
for that.
Yeah.
For my little girl.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't like this at all.
Yeah, that
so
was
walking
awesome.
out of there, I was like, I was very stressed.
Yeah.
Being real. But yeah, so to me it's been a long day for that. But other than that, stuff wise, it's not that bad. My last but definitely not least, Johnny Oakland Guitars.
Yeah.
Big shout out because my amp is in. It's in. So
Am I picking it up?
no. So there's a story, but I mean, it's not a real high end bass amp or anything like that, but it has a story behind it. This is ridiculous. She's sipping her shot off camera so that
I'm on
she
camera.
don't get in. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now she's on camera. Now you know what she's doing. No, my amp is in, and not talk with nerd talk, but it has I got a used amp, but it has a history to it. It came from the UK. It's a Trace Elliott bass amp that I want to use for my guitars and all that kind of stuff. But it has a story. Somebody's dad passed away, and she's selling his stuff, but he worked with a lot of high-end artists touring in UK and that kind of stuff. So I've been waiting for it to be converted from 220 to 110, and it got converted, and now it's ready to go. I just need to go pick it up.
So you don't have a bass amp?
I don't have any amp. Well, I have my PV Rage amp, my small.
That's not a bass amp.
No. If I played my bass through there, it would destroy it.
So you're going to be playing so much guitar now that you have a bass
Yeah,
amp.
because it'll be louder.
That was the only thing you were missing.
Yeah, I saw it.
You can't play louder. We're living in a duplex.
Oh, I can play louder.
No, you cannot actually.
Oh, I can.
Sound ordinance.
Nope. After 10 p.m.
Again, this is one of those things of like, did you need this bass amp or just really
My spirit,
want it?
my spirit did.
All right, that's fair.
My
We're
spirit did.
blurry on mine. Just kidding.
But thank you. Yeah, I'll get a new camera for that.
Okay.
But no, Oakland Guitars, you got to go check them out. Buddy Johnny is one of the owners there, and
I can go pick it up if you
cute
want.
little shop.
I'm going to be there on 29th.
I want to go. Maybe I'll just go with you. All right. Ooh.
No.
Ha! See? All right, that's my shout outs. So I had Oakland Guitars, Kabob to go, and definitely this human across from me.
Oh.
So there.
Do you want to advise me now? I just want to answer questions.
No.
Because I feel like it's that kind of day.
Advise me not.
So one thing that I love this human being across from me, very, very much so. But even when you put something in a structured format that people even get used to, she just throws it off rails, and then people are confused. And
No one's
So-
confused.
yeah, it's
Has somebody messaged you and said, I'm so confused. Why'd you do that?
no, they just stop watching.
That's not true.
Oh yeah,
They stopped watching.
We lost like 5 viewers.
It's because we talked a lot about technology today.
Are you sure?
Well, we sit on schedule, so it can't be that.
So what's next?
I don't know. I guess we could talk about what I wrote down.
She's really not here today.
I'm not.
She's not.
I told
There's
you.
a lot of long pauses. There's a lot of vamping. So if I'm talking a lot, I apologize, but I'm trying to get away from the dead air.
So I haven't been doing pretty good in the middle. The beginning was bad. Middle's been okay. Right now we're back to. So can I tell you what I wrote down, and then if you don't like it, can we go in the box? Is that fair?
How about just speak? Like say what's written down.
Okay.
Just let's try that for
Okay.
once instead of
You
you
ready?
questioning the format every single week. Instead of questioning it every week, we just try it once.
I don't think I questioned last week. I think I did it. I think I was on it last week.
Your memory's,
I read everything
Selective.
down. You ready? Okay.
I've been ready. It's been like 3 minutes.
See, I was gonna preface this by saying this isn't about Scooter, but with all his attitude right now it's definitely about Scooter.
Let's do it. Bring it.
How do you break up with problems and problem people? That is the
Well,
question.
You want to say it's about me now, and we're married, and she's talking about breaking up with me.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, that's a really funny joke.
I'm just
That's really a funny joke.
kidding.
Yeah, that's very funny.
This wasn't about you.
That's very funny, joke.
It's
Yeah,
not.
very
No.
funny. I don't know. You tell
I
me.
still like him.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
Keep going.
Like 9 days out of the week.
Keep going.
Okay, so my question is,
You had an idea.
yeah, I still do. Because I feel like people
I'm going to do my best to not be offended.
That's okay.
It's not working.
That's okay. So I feel like people get stuck in like, especially with problems themselves. And it's not problem just relationships.
What's the
Like,
topic again?
how do you break up with problems and problem people?
Breaking up with problems.
Yeah. That's a thing.
Oh, for sure.
I have lots of problems. I need to figure out how to break up with them.
And problem people.
Yes. Exercising's a problem. I need to get back in a relationship with that one. But like I always think about people who truly hate their job, right? And you're like, how do I get out of this? Or the people who are like, I really love my mom or my brother or my sister, but I can't right now. Like I cannot do this.
Right.
And then so I say breaking up with, but it is really, it's not necessarily, you don't always have to just like end things, but it is a like,
But-
how do I?
Let me go, because we have talked about dealing with toxic
Yes.
people, right? So this is past that.
Right.
Okay, this is like
You already know they're
that was kind of
not
like
good.
the pentultimate. That's almost the last episode. Now it's the last episode
Right.
of that relationship,
Yeah.
or that problem.
Right.
Like I've got to completely get rid of
yes.
this out of my life, this person, this thing, this situation, those
Right.
kind of things.
Yes.
Okay. So let me know. I'm understanding the topic.
Yeah.
So now that I
I
understand
got
the
you.
topic,
Do this.
I can think while you tell me your.
I am. Oh, look, I didn't
your
even drink
thoughts.
my whole one. See, I didn't drink it.
No, she filled it to the brim. That's why.
That's not true.
Slanchava.
Okay. So I definitely feel like there's some situations where it has to be. You should like switch cameras.
My lip.
But
oh.
But I feel like there's definitely situations where it has to be, this is it. There is no more talking. There is no more discussing anything, even if it's work or friendships or family. It's like, I know that if I talk to you one more day, one more minute, something bad is going to happen. Whatever that is. I'm going to say something I can't take back. I'm going to be violent. I'm going to do something that I can't get back in my life. So I definitely think there's some moments where you just have to be like, I'm done and I am never looking back, and that's okay.
I'm looking for like, what's some tangible things? I'm gonna go tangible. Like,
Mine is tangible. Full stop. Stop talking to
what,
people.
just cut them off.
Yes.
Ghost.
Yes.
Ghost.
Doesn't have to be ghost.
That's a ghost.
That was the other thing
That's
I was going to
ghosting.
say. But does it have to be? If you just sit down with somebody and saying, I can't do this anymore and I don't want to,
Oh, they're gonna go. Why?
you don't have to give a reason.
But you're
But
sitting
that's
across
not
the table.
ghosting.
I know, but it was like, but why? Why
I
would
mean,
you
you can
even
give
come to that point? Why?
But sometimes sometimes like you're in it, right? You don't think you're at the end, and then they say something that you're just like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to talk to you anymore. You literally just said something that went too far,
Yes.
and I'm done. And then they say why, and you don't have to give a reason.
But here's you're right. You're absolutely right. I think there's I think there's a middle point between ghosting and being confrontational.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of the times people come at somebody and say, hey, I can't do this anymore. I need to move on. And they call that looking for closure.
Right.
Sometimes that's crap.
Yes.
You're saying that to that person because you want a reaction and you want them to fight for you or
Right.
come for it. It was like, that's not what we're talking about.
Right.
That's not what this topic is about.
Yeah.
This topic is basically going, I don't agree with the things that are going on in this relationship or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Could be friends, could be a problem, could
Right.
be
Could
work,
be work. Right.
could be everything.
Yeah.
But this is just not working out.
Yes.
And the other person going, okay. Or we just move on.
Right.
Because I've had to separate myself. And I only can talk about the things that I've experienced. And I had a good discussion with actually Chad again. Like last Wednesday, not this Wednesday, but last Wednesday. Kind of beating to the point where if I don't need to be, if this is not healthy, then I would say, hey, this isn't working out.
Right.
I'm moving on.
Yeah.
And if that person says, why? But it's like, that's why.
Yeah.
Because it's very one-sided.
Because some people, I feel like there's some people who deserve a response. Some people who are like, you have that background enough with to be like, here's the reasons why. And not for the reason of, so I want you to change because of them. It literally doesn't have to be any of that. But some people I feel like deserve the reasons why this isn't going to continue. And other people are like, I don't effing care if you want a reason. It's just this, that's it.
Well, and when you say deserved, yes, I think there's a difference between deserved versus earned.
Yes.
Because I feel like a lot of times, relationship-wise, let's say it's your brother, your mother, your actual relative that you've lived your life with, those kind of things. They don't deserve it.
Right.
They don't. Not for that reason.
Yeah.
Right. They can deserve it because they earned it,
Right.
because they've been there for you.
Yeah.
They've done some things and they're going through a rough time.
Yes.
If they're going through a rough time, a rough season, it's different.
Yeah.
Right. It's a discussion of, hey, I can't do this with you right now.
Right.
Right. I can't handle this load.
Yeah.
Let's revisit this sometime later because you are my family.
Right.
We can revisit it
Yeah.
at a different time. But right now, we really can't have a lot of conversation.
Yeah.
And that should be okay.
Right.
That should be received.
Yes.
Right.
A lot of people, it won't be. But it,
no,
it
even
should
me.
be.
If somebody said that to me, I would not receive that.
No.
I'd be so upset.
I know.
No, I'm being very real.
Yes.
I was like, but I'm also one of those people that doesn't ghost people. But I was like, if you are a source, not just a bringer or a catalyst, but if you're a source of toxicity, then I'm going to keep you at arm's length.
Right.
Like, I'm not going to answer your phone call.
Yeah.
I might call you back when I'm ready.
Yeah.
But a lot of times I'm not going to answer it, if at all.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just, and I don't think that's ghosting. I think there's a difference between ghosting and this. And I think I was trying to trigger that at the beginning. I was kind of playing that advocate.
Yeah.
So that's why I look at it. I was like,
Or read some comments too.
deserved versus earned
Yeah.
is a big deal to me.
Yes.
Just because you are a relative or you've been around for 20 years doesn't mean you deserve it
Right.
at that moment.
Right.
You still have to earn it.
So Bailey said, do you think a convo is necessary or just slowly fade away? I really think it depends on, because there are some relationships where you're like, this is a break for right now.
Yeah,
Right?
sometimes it's a pause.
Right. And there's other ones where you're like, I know that deep down to your core, this is never going to be different.
But I also feel like that's after a few pauses. I think yeah, I'm just saying in general, there's sometimes you're just like, no.
Yeah.
But there's some like, and I think I've talked about this on this before, like I had to part ways from a jiu-jitsu place because
Right.
the owner and the main instructor said some very racist things to a child about it, not to a child, to a parent about a child.
Right.
And those kinds of things. Like I'm not going to be around that.
Yeah.
This is not a place for me.
Yeah.
So I didn't go up to him and say, I'm going to quit
Right,
your
there's no
gym because this is not the right. I was like, what am I looking for?
Right.
I'm looking for a confrontation
Yes.
there. There's nothing to be said at
Yeah.
this moment. I've just moved on.
Yeah.
Right. And that those people, we just don't stay in contact.
Yeah.
And that's totally okay. I think there's a difference between that and somebody who's earned your trust, earned your love, and then is going through a season. Then the slowly getting away from that person, I feel like you put it on pause.
Yeah.
And then after a while, everything works out. And then if you have to go on pause again, here's my theory. If you have to go on pause again for the same reason, it's time to go.
Yeah.
And it's not 3 strikes. No.
Right.
It's that screw me once, shame on you.
Yeah.
Screw me twice, shame on me.
Yeah.
Right? It's put it on pause. Hey, let's take a break, and then if we come back and we'll try it. And if if the same thing happens again, you got to go.
Yeah.
And that could mean it could be a longer pause.
Yeah.
But you need to step away and grow.
Yeah.
Individually as people, because I do know, I had a reunited with my older sister that I hadn't seen in over 20 some years. Yeah. Is everything water on the bridge? No, it's not there, but we both grew. Yeah. For goodness sakes, we're over 20 years older.
Yeah.
Right. So there's a different relationship. We're different people at that point.
Right.
So can we come together? And then if the same things happen from then, okay, now it's just a personality thing that we're just not there.
Yeah.
But we haven't come to that by any means. But yeah, I was like, it could just be a really long pause. Yes. And that's okay.
Yeah. I agree. I like it.
I don't know if that answered the question.
No, we're not done. So let's see. So I always also talked about like a slow leave, right? Because there's some people where you're like, not that you don't deserve the conversation, not that I don't need the conversation, but also like, I don't want to. So it's just like, I'm just kind of slowly disappearing. We're just slowly disappearing from each other's lives. And that's just kind of how the natural course of life goes. And that actually doesn't even mean that there's a problem.
Oh, I don't.
It just means that like we are not growing in the same space at the same time. So we're just not going to do that right now. The other thing I wrote down, and this to me is more of like, if it's really bad relationship wise, or if you really hate your job, make an exit plan. Because when it comes to like breaking up with jobs, man, the amount of people who are like, I quit my job today. What are you gonna do in the meantime? I don't know. I don't care. I couldn't go there one more day. And I'm like, ooh, as a planner, I don't know how to do that.
Well, and again, there's differences, right? Realistically, most jobs have a toxic part.
Yeah.
Right? But if it crosses the line to where it's not just disrespect, but there's isms involved, and that then quitting is fine.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Oh. No, I agree with that. It was like I agree with that. I'm not saying I would. Right. I'm just saying I agree with that. It was like, so I got called an effing N-word today to my face. So I quit. I was like, okay.
Right.
That means something was building up to a point where somebody just could, and that environment's not good. So, or, just there's a lot of lines, so if it's just sucky,
right,
and I don't like it, and I'm not making enough money.
Yeah. To me, that's an exit plan moment.
That's when you're like, okay, I need to find a way to make more money here or go somewhere else.
Becca said she's definitely quit a job because she didn't want to be there anymore.
Yeah, and I'm not that person. I'm just not that person.
Yeah. But I also think it's because we had kids so young, it never was an actual option.
Yeah, we didn't have a choice.
I think if we were single people and we were just taking care of ourselves, we probably would have quit more jobs.
That's true. But there's no way.
Right. The amount of jobs I stayed out, I'm like, my soul's dying here.
Yeah.
But I need a paycheck and some life.
That's absolutely
health
true.
Insurance.
Home Depot, I spent 9 years there. I hated almost every moment of it.
Yeah.
But it had health plans that I could use for my kids. They were under a health plan.
Yeah.
Even though we were divorced at the time, their mom and I were divorced, but they had a health plan under Home Depot. I could pay my child support, which is, we talked about this yesterday, was 50% of my wage, was automatically taken out of my paycheck and sent directly to the state at that point. and distribute it to them. But it was like, at that point, I didn't have a choice.
Right.
Because if I quit, I still owe that money,
Right.
child support, and I still have to find insurance for the health insurance for the kids. And if the longer I don't have a job, I still owe that money.
Right.
That doesn't go away. The bills still keep coming in when that happens. So I think that's kind of the point. I was like, I had my first kid when I was 19. So in my 20s, I didn't have that luxury at all.
Yeah.
If I hated a job, I had to show up.
Yeah.
Just had to. I didn't go without a job until I ruptured my ACL. That was the first time I did not have a job.
Yeah. Went
on unemployment for a little while because of that. That's the first, and that was in my 30s.
Yeah.
So no way. I couldn't do it.
No, same. In the chat, Keith says, Scooter, both you and Jason worked at Home Depot. Ryan said he also worked at Home Depot.
Yeah, right.
Everybody worked at Home Depot.
Yeah, that was the thing. Ryan worked there too. I don't think we worked at the same time.
I don't think so either.
But I think Ryan and I shared the same location though.
Really?
I think he worked on the one. He worked at the Phones Road in Olympia. I think I'm correct. Completely different time frame, but yeah, back in the day, I worked there, and then I worked in Tacoma, and then I worked there, and then I don't know, Emeryville. Yeah, I went up to Tri-Cities, then came back.
I was like, Emeryville, isn't that in the Bay?
Emeryville? No, you're right. That was where did I go?
I don't know.
The Tri-Cities
We're
in Washington.
Focus. Okay, next thing.
Oh, I'm losing focus. You want to change the whole format, but I lose focus because I want to chat and vamp while you're looking at your phone.
I was replying to a text message we got.
Okay.
You didn't even look at it yet.
No.
Anyways.
Because I'm trying to stay present.
The other thing I was thinking of is like when it's time to break up and you think it's time is to discuss it with people that you trust.
Yes.
Because sometimes you're so deep in the weeds that you can't see the forest. Is that what it says? Anyways, sometimes you're so in it that you don't realize how crappy it's been. And sometimes your perspective of like what life actually is so skewed because you're like, I have been beaten down by whatever it is for so long that I don't even know what I should know at this point. Like how I should even feel about things. But the people around you who've been listening to your stories and listening to how terrible things have been, good or, I mean, I shouldn't say terrible, how off things have been,
right,
know what could be best for you. So it's always nice to sit down with somebody you trust and be like, so this is what I'm thinking. And they'll probably be like, friggin' finally, man, I was waiting for you to like say something.
I've been telling you it was crap.
Right. But they just don't know. They didn't want to say anything until you were ready. So I appreciate the people around me who I can be like, this is what I'm thinking. What do you think I should do? And then they say, do what you think is best.
Well, I think your circles.
You can't multitask. Let's see how this goes.
I'm responding to the text your circles. I talk about this when it comes to having a mentor and all those kind of things, people you confide in. I truly feel like your partner, like my spouse, even though let's say you're not married, whatever, but you might have a partner, like a partner for life.
Yeah.
That's who you share everything with, right? Now, if you're talking about your circle of friends, you got to look at like, who do you trust when it comes to those specific subjects?
Yes.
Right. So I'm not going to ask, there's certain friends of mine I would never ask financial advice for.
Right.
Why would I?
Right.
Okay. Because they're never financially stable.
Right.
Right. But I may ask them relationship advice, or I might ask, those types of things. And then all different levels of stuff. You can't, if you put all your trust into one group of people or one person, they can't fulfill all of them.
Right.
Right. So you got to look at like, when it comes to this kind of topic, like relationship, if you know somebody that's really tried and true with their relationships and who they take care of and people that take care of them, and they're always there for someone, or they've always done well at their job, they've always had a exit strategy.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the person you confide in when it comes to this breaking up with problems and problem people.
Yeah.
You don't go to the person that has a different lifetime partner every 2 months.
Right.
I was like, this is the one.
Right.
And 2 months later, this is the one.
Yes.
I mean, you've heard what's that song? Take a Look at My Girlfriend. What song by
Say Via?
Jim Gym Class Heroes.
Oh,
Take a look at my
she's the only one I
girlfriend.
got.
Right.
She's the only one I got.
Yeah, that song.
Yeah.
If you really listen to that song, I was like, that's a great song for somebody that you would never go to relationship advice
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It said Supertramp.
Well, that was the original. Supertramp was the original. But Gym Class Heroes did a remix,
Yeah.
like a hip hop remix of the Supertramp.
Yeah.
One of my favorite songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think the funny thing is too, like, to go to talk it out with people you trust. I know that if I want to do something, what I consider like risky when it comes to a life decision, like things that are not the norm for me, things that are out of my comfort zone. If I go to you or Rebecca, you guys are automatically going to say yes.
Well, yeah.
So I would only go to you about things that I'm like 99% I want to do, but I need some like backup to say yes. I'm not going to go to you for things I'm like, I don't think I want to do it, because you guys will automatically be like, of course you should do it. Of course you should go parasailing. Of course you should go.
Of course, you're great at everything
Right.
except for riding a bike.
Hate bikes. But yeah, so like I feel like knowing who the people are around you and knowing who you can trust to like open up and confide in and be like, I need actual, true, honest information. And knowing what you're going to get back, because if you know your friends, you know what you're going to get back.
You do.
If you're in I'll say when I was in relationship with the kid's dad, I knew, talking to my friends and people around me, I knew what they were going to say. And I didn't talk to them until I was ready to be like, I know it's time to go. So let me sit
Right.
down with you right now so you can tell me that I'm in the right space and it's time to go. Like, there are certain people, if I would have went to them any other time, they're always going to tell me it's time to go. And I was never going to be ready to hear it. But at that point, I was like, I know that if I come to you right now, you're going to tell me you're going to tell me what I'm already feeling, and you're going to back me right now.
And on the lighter side, right? Also, when you were looking to leave the state.
Yeah.
Right. Leave the state job that you were
Yes.
in. You talked to me and Rebecca the most.
Yeah, because you guys were like, yes, leave.
Real. It
Who
was
needs
like,
stability?
do it. I did not say that.
Yes, you did.
Rebecca did. She didn't have a lot of responsibilities at that point. I said, you should do that. Let's figure out a way.
Right.
That's what I said. I said, don't quit.
Yeah.
I didn't say that. I didn't say go quit. I didn't say quit.
No.
I said,
Exit plan.
yeah, let's figure that out.
Right.
We'll figure it out and
Yeah.
we can do it.
Yeah.
Now on the flip side, when I was looking at finding something out different than when I was working for Apple, my last stint at Apple, you said you just quit.
Yeah.
You said that you should just quit.
Well, you were like terrible.
I was angry.
It wasn't just you were unhappy. You were just mean. And I was like, well, if this is going to get you to not be mean, I'm for that.
It was awful. But I mean, it was an awful situation, and it's something I created on my own. It wasn't a toxic environment. It was a very good environment. The people were great.
They sent gifts. all
They
the
really
time.
were. The job itself was
Yeah. But
perfect.
you were unhappy.
It was perfect
Yeah.
for someone else.
Yeah, for sure.
It was one of the worst jobs for me personally.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but that's kind of the thing. You just said you just need to quit. You can do that right now.
Yes.
I was like, we're okay.
Right.
We've got it figured out.
Yeah.
We can do it right now. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Then we're fast forward here. But I just want to say on a lighter note,
Yeah.
instead of just an exit strategy for a relationship, it's like, because those are really hard because you have, especially when you have other humans involved.
Yeah.
And those types of things. But yeah, we were exit strategy if you need one.
Yes.
If you don't need one and you know
Some
you're going to
people
be
don't.
fine. I mean, and
Right.
we're talking like financially, emotionally
Right.
situation.
Yeah.
You have a place to stay. Your finances are fine, blah, blah, blah. You can survive the next 3 months
Right.
without a job.
Yeah.
Quit.
Some people can.
No, if you have that
Just
banked
like-
up and just,
They've prepared for that.
Yeah. They had an exit strategy before they needed one.
Yes.
They had a backup plan,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that's totally fine. Going 3 months without a job to find your perfect job because you could afford to
Ugh.
different
Yeah.
than quitting and don't have a way to pay rent,
Right.
and then foreclosing and then having to move in with somebody
Right.
and somebody taking care of you.
Yeah.
It's like now you become somebody else's burden.
Ooh, that just keeps on rolling.
Yeah, you're going to do that again.
Yeah.
Right? So,
All right. My last thing
Yeah.
I had is that when it comes to whatever you're doing, whatever choices you're making, remember why you're doing it. So if you're ready to leave the job, to leave the friendship, to leave whatever it is, remember why you wanted to leave in the first place. Because I feel like sometimes you have those like moments of like, you know what, it's not that bad. This job, I thought I didn't like it, but it's not that bad. And then you go in like 3 weeks later and you're like, this is crushing my soul. And I feel like I don't like being here every single day. Like sometimes I feel like there's the moments of like, oh, I can do this. But in reality, the why of you don't want to do it anymore is so big. But you get lost sometimes in the little moments of it could be okay.
yeah, and I think that's the little I think that's guilt.
Yes. Oh, that's good.
You know, I
Yeah.
feel like you feel guilty for making we've discussed this on other bases. So you feel guilty for doing something that's good for you,
Yeah.
right? And that's, I mean, we're not above that. I feel guilty all the time. I feel guilty all day
Yeah.
for honestly all day for not being productive in work and everything because my brain was going, is my dog okay?
Yeah.
That's all I could think about. So I felt guilty for not working. I felt guilty that I left my dog there. You know, it's like, wow, what is wrong with you? You're in this cycle. But when you say the why, there's a statement that I always say is like, I always feel like you have to look at the situation and are you running away from something or are you running towards something?
Yeah.
And I always feel like running towards something, or let's say moving toward instead of running. I don't like running. So are you moving away from something or are you moving towards something?
Yeah.
And that could be even like you're moving away from a job that's toxic, makes you feel unhealthy and not feel good. So you're moving towards something. That's
Right.
not moving away from something.
Yeah.
That's moving toward health. That's
Right.
toward happiness, toward mental health, towards I don't feel suicidal, you know, because
Yeah.
of this stupid job.
Right.
And I don't want the pendulum to go that far, but sometimes
Yeah.
it can be that bad,
Right.
right? And I feel like that's the question you have to ask yourself when you're looking to quit or break up with a problem or break up with a problem person.
Yeah.
Like, are they the problem or are you just moving on to the next problem person?
You're right.
Because if you're moving on to the next problem or the next problem person, you have some soul searching to do.
Yes.
And that's you. That's
Yeah.
the problem.
It's a whole
right?
other topic right there.
Yeah. But I was just saying, so you have to look at that as like, are you moving toward something or are you moving away from something?
Yeah.
Personally, I feel like you need to be moving towards something. Could be as easy as free time.
Right.
Could be as simple as loving yourself a little bit more.
Right.
It could be as simple as I need more money.
Yeah.
Be like, I'm not making enough money here, so I'm taking another job that makes more money.
Yep.
Now, if you're quitting and you don't have something planned, you went from this dollar amount to zero.
Right.
Right?
Yes.
So I think that's a discussion when we talk about finances and we talk about I think there's a couple things in my life that my dad did say that made sense. And when it's, let's say you're qualified to make, like your last job, you made $35 an hour, right?
Right.
You're not working there anymore. The next job offers you 20 and you go, well, I'm worth 35. That's a pay cut.
Right.
No, that's a
You're making
$20
Right.
increase because you're making zero.
Right.
So remember that too.
Yeah.
Going from 35 to 0 to 20. 20 from 0 is an increase.
Right.
Now, if you take a pay cut from 35 to 20 at the same moment,
Yeah.
got it. That
Yeah.
totally makes sense. You're not going to move to a job that makes $15 an hour immediately unless it has potential to go higher. So
Right.
we talk about, I think we've discussed that before
Yeah.
too, the higher cap.
Yeah.
But run towards something, move towards something instead of away from something. We live in a society right now, especially of our current generation. It's a quitting generation.
Yes. I don't understand that at
That-
all.
Well, because realistically, the whole, it's my personal opinion, economics has completely changed.
Yeah.
Right? You cannot afford to live on your own
That's
at
true.
this point. Just at least maybe in the Midwest,
Yeah.
maybe.
Our area, there's no way.
But there's no way to live on your own
Right.
unless you make at least, let's say, $250,000 a year.
No, it could be lower than that.
150,
No.
100.
I think if you're like at 70.
Are you kidding me?
If you're at 70 and you have no debt, you can live on your own.
True. But you also, you say $70,000 a year and give that to somebody from the Midwest.
Oh,
they're
they're
going,
living like
oh my
kings.
gosh. I'm like,
They have a house.
they have a huge house.
Yeah.
Right. So you have to look at it that way. So when I'm talking about the people that in our current generation, it's impossible to live on your own. So our current generation is relying on other people.
Yeah.
At this point. So when they're relying on other people, they could just quit a job and they have a place to stay.
Right.
And they're like, well, that cost that person money.
Right.
The one that worked 30 some odd years to make sure they're secure.
Yeah.
Now you need to find a way for you to be secure. And I feel like that's kind of there's a current mentality of just, it's this quit mentality. It's like, I don't like my job. It's too much for me and it's too stressful. So I'm quitting.
Yeah.
I'm like, where are you going to go?
Right.
Oh, I live with my parents or I
Right.
live with 5 roommates.
I'm
Like, well,
okay.
that just pisses people off.
Yeah. I don't understand that. Again, I don't think I ever have, because I've always felt like something has to be taken care of. So I don't understand the quit before there's something else.
And
Even if I had a backup, I don't know if I could do it. I'd have to do something.
right. But there's a few statements of like stepping on people on your way up.
Yeah.
And that's kind of that same mentality of like, if you're quitting and having other people take care of you as you just keep quitting some things,
Right.
you're burning all your bridges.
Yeah.
You're stepping on people on the way up. So when you make it someday and you're on your way down, who's going to pick you up then? Everybody's like, nah, man. Nah, bro. Like that, you already cost me like hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars while I was trying to help you quit.
Right. Yeah.
Which made no sense.
Yeah.
So,
Now you gotta read Keith's comment because I can't.
oh,
I can't.
where is
read.
it? All right, we have a few of them in here.
Yeah.
Oh, what's happening? We love the B&H cult.
I love Becca. YOLO.
Yeah, I mean,
Friggin' Becca.
what's that even stand for? You only live off of your parents. We we love the B&H cult. We are changing what we define as work and what our labor is worth. I could see that. And when you say we, I don't know who we are. But we also have to look at we have a tendency, when you say we, there is a tendency for a California mentality too.
Yeah.
If you live in California, there's a California mentality. Now that quit mentality is very coastal.
True.
It's not the people that are working in the middle of the country.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of people in there that don't live on the coast and don't have the super high rent and can take care of themselves and those kind of things. So
Yeah,
we
rent's
have,
$450. Could you imagine? Oh my gosh.
I mean, and I'm not,
king in the middle of the states.
well, and I'm not even saying like this was, you can still find places that are $500 a month.
True.
They're just not going to be here.
I mean, I think even here you could.
No, it's just,
I don't know if you'd be safe, but you
just saying.
could find one here.
but I was like, we have to look at like, there's a whole country, and then let's expand from there. There's other countries
Right.
that are doing okay when it comes to this type of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're talking about like the centralized areas like New York, even Tokyo has that problem. Definitely most of from Sacramento south,
Right.
have all these problems. If you're closer to the water, it's prime.
Yeah.
And I'm like, which makes no sense to me. It still costs the same to build it.
Yeah.
So we're changing what we define as work and what our labor is worth. The issue that we have with that here, and I've discussed with many people, is like, let's say your labor is worth now everybody's labor is worth $25 an hour. Now they're just going to raise the rent.
Right. And the food.
They're going to raise the cost of food because
Yeah.
now everything raised up. So you're never going to catch it.
Right.
And that's an economic problem.
Yeah.
In not just our country, but other countries and where we're at. So it just keeps raising. The more money we make, the more people are going to charge.
Yes.
I mean, I lived in Tacoma, which was in a decent area. And this was 11 years ago.
Yeah.
My rent was $475 a month.
Right. Could you imagine? Oh,
Just 11 years ago. $475 a month.
it's probably like 1,500 right now. Maybe not that much.
Probably 1,000.
Yeah.
Okay, but realistically, you can't rent a room for that amount.
Here?
Yeah.
Not a friend of mine's renting one for $775.
All I'm saying is that's insane.
Right.
For that amount of time, which is still only 11, 12 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, and I could probably look that up and see where it's at. But it's like, why is that going up? Why do they keep raising that? Is it a more valued place to live? It's only valued higher because people are making more money.
Right.
So now the rent's going up because you're making more money. So you're never going to catch it.
No.
Okay. So something needs to be blown up from the inside.
Yeah.
And that's kind of, I mean, we can get into that 1,000%. So,
C-Bay's coming.
yes, we couldn't find anything decent under 2,000. Exactly my point. And that's, I mean, not that you guys live in a decent area, right? You're kind of close to water, not super close to water, but more of a sound and everything there. But there's, in this area, just in Sacramento, for something that you guys have, would be probably over $4,000 a month.
I don't know if it'd be that much.
A house. We're not talking a
I thought
place
that
like
was
this.
Is it a house or a duplex?
Has a yard.
That's true.
I mean,
The yard would put people over. I don't know about 4. I think it'd probably be like 25. I think it'd be like 25. Because you would only find something like that in like one of the older areas. You would never find anything in the newer areas. So it'd be like 25.
think about that. Think about how much it costs to live here.
Right. But we're in the newer-ish area. Like their space you would only find in an older area, unfortunately.
Yep. See, it's right there.
That's true. But again, hers is
Remember that
but
townhouse I
hers-
rented? It was $3,200
Like
a month.
like I said,
And we're talking, it was basically a glorified apartment.
yeah. But that's what I was saying. To find a place like they have would be in an older area, which would have a yard. Everything new for some reason around here. They're like, well, it's newer, so we can charge more money. I'm like, but there's no yard. If you go into like Antelope or North Highlands and you found a place like theirs, it would probably be like $2,500. But you're in a not as nice area.
But they
That's-
are.
I understand.
So it doesn't, they're not equal.
That's true.
They're not equal.
But yes, rents here is ridiculous.
Well, not only that, it was just we look at that. It was like, we understand the concept of why things cost this much, and it is completely different than it was when we were the same age.
Mm-hmm.
It's completely different. The economy is completely different. But that doesn't mean, that means you should be sticking with it
Yeah.
more, because you need to be part of society instead of just draining somebody else's finance and draining. And I'm not talking just our situation. I'm talking that's common.
Yeah.
Right. And now some people get it, some people don't, and some people get out of it quicker. Some people take a long time. But yeah, I think that's where the thing is, like, move towards something instead of away from something just because you don't like it a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, Becca. Just kidding. Just kidding.
But she could. She also had money in the bank. She had
Becca's fine.
she had a whole different. That's a whole nother
Becca's
situation.
a whole nother person, a whole other being that I
That's a whole nother situation.
will never I will never
No,
be
because
that
she could.
courageous.
Well, it's not about courageous. Like she had a plan.
Yes.
She never quit without a plan.
No, her plan was always I will get another job.
Yeah, and
no
she
matter
did
what.
within like 48 hours.
Yes.
Or had 3.
Fact.
Right? And had money in the bank,
Yeah.
and had a place to stay and all that kind of stuff. That's a completely different situation. We're talking about current situation with people like quitting a minimum wage job,
Right.
having no place to stay except
Yeah.
for their parents or their friend, and having no plan and no bank account and all.
Yeah.
I mean, that's different. That's not a leap of faith. That's a leap of stupidity.
Yeah.
It was like, let's jump off a roof with nothing to catch me.
True.
Like, no hope.
Fact.
And that's what I was like, what are you moving toward?
Yeah.
Move towards something, people. Move toward it.
See, you could have wrote a whole topic by yourself. Good topic, guys.
Yeah.
I thought it wasn't going to be that good. Here we are.
But you always have me to vamp, so it's fine. Because I'm very...
I had good points.
No, you had the best points in the world.
No, that's not true.
Mine were... I'm opinionated, that's all.
Yeah.
It's the only reason we talked this long.
All right. Do you think of a giveaway question?
That was your job.
No.
How is that my job? I've been talking.
Your job is giveaway questions. My job is that one section and shots.
So you came up with the topic.
Yes.
So when you come up with the topic, you know what you're going to talk about the topic. I have to come up with answers and stuff to talk about a topic I don't even know about. And I have to go into my brain and think about past episodes and come up with a question for a giveaway. So I have to do both of those things at the same time.
You're just restating what I already said.
Yeah, I'm saying, but there's a tone in my voice.
Oh, I don't
If
care.
you're not understanding the tone, my tone.
Oh, I just ignored it. It's fine.
You didn't ignore it. You played off of it. I really don't have a giveaway question.
All right.
You came up with them on a whim last time.
Well, I just played off of the question you had already asked. We could ask. It's too soon because we just talked about it today. What did we talk about last week? Do you have a paper?
Oh my gosh.
Do you want it?
The most unprepared human.
Do you want me to pick a bonus question while you go find the paper?
It's-
And then I'll make a question.
Our papers are in a little file drawer that I
Well,
put over there.
Go get the file drawer and I will ask a question to the chat.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh, that's good.
Do we...
You can do that.
Not yet. Okay, just know that if people are listening to this audio,
Uh-huh.
they can't
Here-
see you shuffling cards.
I'm
You have
shuffling.
to talk
I'm
about stuff.
shuffling cards.
Okay, but okay.
Oh,
Does that
I know
make
what I
sense?
want to talk about.
Okay.
It's not a question. So have you guys seen this little tool? I saw it online today. And it's like this flat piece of plastic, but you can fold it and it turns to measuring teaspoons and tablespoons.
Give me a little bit. I'll look it up.
Okay, you're doing like 8 things. But have you guys seen it? I kind of want one. And Facebook has really been getting me on ads lately. And I don't know why this popped up. But it's like, it looks like a ruler. And then you fold it. And then it turns into like different size teaspoons. So you only need one for like all of your sizes. And I think it's amazing. I'm going to make Scooter look it up when he gets back. But the other thing I saw, and I did buy this. Here's my splurge buy for the year. There's a little printer. I bought it from Raya for when she leaves. There's a little printer, and it's like this size, and you hook it up to your phone, and when you're in class, you take pictures of like your notes or like whatever the teacher has on the screen, and then it prints into like little stickers that you can put in your notebook so you can take notes. And I thought, well, that's the cutest thing ever, and it was only $45, so I bought it for her. And I don't think she needed it, but I did buy it. Becca says she only gets weight loss ads and tummy control pants on Facebook. It's because Facebook has given up on me, Becca. That's the whole reason. But there are so many cool things. I get that in a lot of backpack ads right now. I know why the backpack ads, because I have been in search of a backpack with a smiley face. Do you guys know what I mean? All the backpacks, for some reason,
You're gonna have to explain that a little bit better.
I am. So when you have a backpack for work and it has the little bottom zipper, it goes down and makes a frowny face. And I don't like it. It makes my backpack look real sad. So I was trying to find one that either has an upward zipper, so it has a smiley face, which is stupid because I never actually see my backpack. But when people see my backpack, I want them to see a smiley face. And legitimately,
does that make sense to anyone?
That's the reason why I haven't bought like 85% of backpacks, because they have a down face and it's sad.
So, and the funny thing is,
I wish I was joking.
both.
I both joke.
Oh, there you go.
I got it.
The funny thing is, I never really noticed that about
How could you not?
backpacks until she mentioned it, and we looked at the frowny faces backpacks.
Yeah.
Like
There's
now
so
I
many.
look at all my backpacks and go, does mine have a frowny face on it?
Yes.
No, it doesn't. Like the one that I just bought has a happy face on it.
I
'cause it has
know.
a bottom pouch.
Yes.
And that comes out, so it has a little pouch for my little first aid kit to come out of. So
There's so many nuances to buying a backpack for when you travel and for work. But it's a sad. So I bought one that it
my
does.
earphones are all jacked
It does go like this, but here's my saving grace. It's gonna sound even more dumb. There's a little piece on the bottom that looks like it's its own mouth, and it's not sad. It's a happy face. And then the little pocket looks like the outside of the face, and then there's like dimples on it that look like the eyes. So it still looks like it's a happy backpack.
no, I'm like, I didn't know this. I love backpacks. Like I'm a backpack like enthusiast. I probably have how many backpacks? Probably like 6,
Probably.
at least 6 or 7. Because I overuse them and then I break the handle sometimes. But I'm a big advocate of certain backpacks and all that stuff. And I was like, all of mine have frowny faces.
Isn't it sad?
Now that you said that, I was like, I hate all my backpacks. They all suck.
I don't like brownie face bags.
I was like, man,
me sad.
I love my backpacks too, but now I don't like them anymore.
Ah, that's ridiculous. All right, you want to read some comments?
Have comments? Oh, we do? Do you want me to read them? What do we talk about? Oh, the ads. Yeah, I only get you said weight loss ads and tummy control pants. It's like the algorithms are when you get the ads on your social media, they really do tell something about you. Yeah, mine right now, it's less guitars than it used to be. It's more like shorts, underwear, and athletic geese. What a nerd. That take makes total sense. I like this one right here. Bailey said, that's such a Sarah thing to say, and I love it. I was like, it's so her. Like, we walked through Best Buy, and one looked like a smirk, so she couldn't do that.
Can't do it.
It had to be either straight or smiley.
Yeah.
One was too gold and too flashy.
It was too rose gold.
Yeah, it was rose
It was too
gold.
much.
It was very nice.
Yes.
But I understand. I'm more of a convenience person when it comes to backpacks. I like the pouches to be in the right for what I have, and she wants ones for the stuff she has. You know, like reach down, grab your passport or grab your ID.
Yeah.
Hop on a plane.
I don't like one that has just one giant pocket where all of my stuff falls in
Yeah,
there.
you're just
That's not helpful.
you're digging through a bunch of crap.
Yeah.
Makes total sense. Like how in the back of cars have faces. Yes.
Yes.
Valerie, yes. That makes total sense. Like when you look at either that car looks mean
Yes.
or it looks cute and smiley and inviting.
There are some cars I would never buy because the way their blinker blinks. I don't like it.
It's she really doesn't. She was so aggressive because the Mustangs have that blinker that stages from the middle out.
I don't like
when it's
it.
a blinker goes
like
bloop, bloop,
piece.
bloop, bloop.
No.
And I was like, no, to me, I was like, that looks like Knight
I don't
Rider.
like
That's
it.
cool. And she's
No.
like, no, that's stupid.
I don't like it.
Like, oh, I like the ones look a little bit more aggressive with their face. Yeah, just put a smiley face pin on your backpack. Ryan
No,
says,
it's not the same.
no.
Not the same.
So Ryan asks, what do you ask employees at the store? You got any smiley face backpacks?
No, I just look at the crazy person who's trying on all the backpacks and then literally out loud saying, "You see this frowny face on this one? I can't buy it."
That's really what happened.
You see how the whole pocket's just one pocket? I can't use this.
And also, he says, I love backpacks. It's like, I do too.
I don't.
I buy
Backpacks are
backpacks for
function
just
only.
specific, like for specific reasons. Like I
No.
have one right there. I have another one hanging up over here. I think I have one over. No,
No.
I put them upstairs.
I had the last backpack for 7 years. When did I quit the state? 7 years ago? 2012. Oh, it's been longer than that. No. Was it 2012? Anyways. Is that when I left? No.
I don't know.
Anyways, whenever I left the state, I bought a backpack. And so it's been at least 7 or 8 years.
Goodness.
And it was time. I've used the backpack. It's been on many trips, so I had to get another one.
It wasn't that long ago. It wasn't 2012.
No, it
It was
wasn't.
like 5 or 6 years ago,
It was
though.
like 7.
I don't think it was that long.
When did we buy the SUV?
2017,
That's
18,
when I left the state.
5 years.
It's only been 5 years.
23 minus 18 is 5.
Well, then I bought it before that anyway.
No, I think we
time.
bought the car in 2017, so it was like 6 years.
All
Because
right.
it was a brand new car.
I'm ready.
But
for the question of the week.
I use bags from a place in Portland, Alpine Division. 3 different. Oh, I have to check them out.
No, you don't need any more backpacks. Here's the issue, okay? I'll say it right now. He loves his backpacks until he's going to go on Alpine Division and be like, but this backpack has blah, 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 and mine doesn't have it. So now it's not the best anymore.
It's so true. Do you
Just
know
like
this is something, and I'm gonna put this out right now. Road, I love your backpack, but I need a cover for my mixer, so it'll go in the backpack. So until we get a cover for my mixer,
That's why we're not going
Yep.
on the road.
but I also bought I bought a backpack just for my jujitsu gear.
Yes, ridiculous.
What?
Because you had a backpack already for it.
No, I had a pouch.
You had a drawstring bag just for jujitsu gear.
I have like 7 of them.
Right.
I don't have a.
Right.
I think honestly I have 7.
So when he was counting his backpacks, he was not counting drawstring bags.
Oh, drawstring back. That's a whole nother. That's a whole nother level.
Sorry,
I have
so much crap in
7
this
of
house.
those. I have 1 from PAX. No, and then I have 3 of them from TwitchCon. I
A
think
couple from Flow.
the Flow ones. Those are the ones I have 7 from.
Yeah, that's an issue.
That's a lot. I do like those things.
Yeah.
Um,
Are you ready? I have a question.
You have the question, and then we're gonna what?
I
So
don't
we're
know.
gonna go.
Oh, you should tell me first. I don't know. What are we doing? What's the
Oh,
order?
I mean, usually do a bonus round while we ask a question, go to the bonus round.
Okay, in case
These
anyone wants
were-
to answer it.
Yeah, these were all the things
Oh,
she
I
made up. These were her rules,
Took cards out.
and she
I
goes
stopped
off the
paying
rails. Like
attention.
she's, and I want to say that I put this whole list together, but a lot of times she says yes, let's put it this way. Then we put it this way, and then she goes, no, we're gonna do something different. That's pretty normal around here. But let's do this. Ask a question,
Cool.
and then we'll do these, and we'll also do song of the week.
Oh, okay.
So,
Well, here's the question.
what is the question?
What was Scooter's song of the week last week?
Oh no,
Ooh.
you're not getting a T-shirt for that.
No, that's just the gift pack.
What's a gift pack?
That little thingy right there with
Okay.
the stickers and the
Yeah, you get a
thingy-bobbers.
few stickers and you
The
get a keychain.
t-shirts if the question hangs on for a couple weeks and we have to give away a t-shirt. But what was
Yeah.
Scooter's song of the week last week?
That's not fair.
Why?
I know who's gonna win. I think if they're still there. If they're still listening. But
Okay, you ready to answer your question?
last week. Let's see if it goes on next week. Oh, okay, whatever.
Well, pick the week.
It was last week.
Yeah. what I'm
On
saying.
8. What's your paper say?
Right now, it says 8:18.
Yeah, the one from last week. 8:18. On 8:18. What was Scooter's song of the week?
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna do questions now. While
Okay.
we're doing that. So let's do that.
Bonus round. Like Bailey's question.
Oh. We're doing a bonus round.
Well, yeah.
Welcome to the bonus round.
Okay. We'll do ask the chat. That was a bit of mine.
Okay.
Bailey's question is Pilates a real workout? Have you done Pilates? It is friggin' hard.
Don't they have like a table with stuff?
It's
Or
a
is that something
reformer.
else?
It's not a table. It's like a bench that has
With
springs
springs? Yeah.
loaded. Man, if you have ever
Tension
done
exercises is real.
if you've ever done Pilates and you're like, I didn't sweat, you should do another one. Because Pilates is so friggin' hard. And if it's not hard enough, add more springs. And then add a ball. That's all I have to say. Add a ball. You'll be like, why would I add a ball? Add a ball to any of those exercises. And hold the tension. And then be like, why do I feel like I'm dying right now?
When it comes to when you ask those kind of questions, is Pilates a real workout? Any body movement that's done correctly is a workout. If it's done correctly.
Yes.
Like getting up from your chair
Can be a workout.
can be a workout. It's called a squat,
Yeah.
right?
Do it real slow.
Yeah, do it real slow or go down real slow and then
Or
come
just
up fast.
use one leg.
Use one leg. I mean,
Ooh.
if you do it properly, any movement that you do is a workout. You can actually do curls by just tensioning up your muscles.
Yeah.
And it's a workout.
Yeah.
You can get sore from that.
That's true.
Body movement any body movement can be
It's
a
like
workout.
calisthenics. You use your body weight.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Calisthenics a little bit more cardio.
Bailey said, "Thank you, my abs hurt," and Valerie said, "Pie and lattes." Yes.
Pie and lattes while Pilates. While you Pilate. Yeah, I agree with that. No, absolutely. Any body movement, whether it be structured or in a class or anything like that, can easily be a workout.
It's gonna be a Ask the Chat day. Just give me your card back.
Oh, is there more
There's more.
questions?
Yep. Just give me your card. It's fine.
All right.
Ready? Next question for you. What's your favorite conspiracy theory?
My favorite?
Yes. You only get one.
I don't know if I have, because how do I put this? I have theories about conspiracy theories, because conspiracy theories, I think it was Ron Funches. Did I talk about this before?
Probably.
Ron Funches on his stand-up was like, the problem that I had with somebody that I think he was dating or whatever. So he goes, my first question is, do you believe in any conspiracy theories? And then one person said, no, I don't believe in any conspiracy theories. And you're like, none? Because conspiracy theories means there's a conspiracy behind it. That means there's an intentionality behind somebody's action, and somebody has a theory about what they were doing. Now, if that theory comes out to be true, which they have many, many times, conspiracy theories, probably 9 times out of 10, if it's not from somebody that's just delusional and just making up a bunch of crap, then it's probably true. That's not, I mean,
But you didn't pick a theory.
well, they're admitting that aliens exist. So I've said that probably I think I've said it in past one, is if you think that there's no other life in this whole universe,
Right.
you are, my personal opinion, and it's not an attack on you if you don't believe in other planets having life, I feel you're naive.
Yeah.
Very strongly feel you're naive, and you have a very closed mind. Because for all those things, all those stars out there, every star out there has a solar system.
Right.
And if you're going to say something out there, there's no intelligent life out there but us, you're an arrogant prick.
Rough words right there.
I know. That's the first time I've cursed that hardcore on the show. I said crap before.
Bailey said, "Don't call me a naive." Ryan said, "Thoughts on aliens being held at Area 51?" I don't think they're holding aliens, because I think aliens would kill them. That's what I feel like. I feel like aliens are smarter than we are, and they would murder us all if they were really felt threatened.
Smarter, yes, but that doesn't mean that they didn't get, like, crash their ship and they're hurt.
Nah,
You know, it's
I
like,
think they'd kill us and leave.
You could be the smart, but you could be the smartest being in multiple planets and locked in a cell you can't get out of.
No, they know.
That's a true
They
thing.
got it.
So, but that's a very vague thoughts on aliens being held at Area 51. I feel like that's my thoughts on that. If it's true, humans are even dumber than I thought.
Yeah.
Because that's one of the dumbest things you probably could do.
It's like, why
Is
piss off the aliens?
hold people in a place where people have had a conspiracy theory about them holding them there and still holding them there.
Right.
If humans are still holding them there, even though most people think they're being held there, you're kind of an idiot.
Yeah, hold them somewhere else, obviously.
Just move them.
Yeah.
Right. That's my personal thought on there. Did it really happen? Is it really a real thing? I have no idea.
Yeah.
Could it be? Yeah, it totally could be. But I'm not going to lose sleep over idiots taking an intelligent life, and because we do it all the time.
Have you guys seen Resident Alien? If
Yes.
you haven't,
Brilliant.
you should.
Brilliant show.
If you like aliens and aliens on Earth, Resident Alien is it. Keith said they're smarter because they always leave Earth quickly. Absolutely. Unless they're stranded.
Or they just go,
Oh, it's too much. It's too much here.
they look down and go, I'm out. Just keep going. We've driven through towns like that. You're like, yeah, just keep going.
Dixon. If you've never driven through Dixon, California.
I was like, nope, just keep going, guys. And I feel like that might be something in traveling. But I just look at it that way. I was like, when it comes to my favorite conspiracy theory is probably that. Do aliens exist? Now they're talking about they're publicly saying that aliens do exist, but and then is that a ruse? Is it a deflection? Is it, who knows? Because everybody when it comes to announcements, when it comes to media, they pick and choose what you get to consume.
For sure.
That was something that came down in the 80s. They passed some laws on you don't have to actually say the truth kind of thing.
Nah. Say whatever you want.
It sucks, but yeah.
All right. I like the questions. Do you still want the questions that
I don't know what you did.
Okay, you ready? I'll just ask you and then you can just fire off the answer. If you were a vegetable, what vegetable would you be?
That's awful. Dumb question.
It's in your questions.
I didn't write the questions. I just pulled them from the internet. But then you shuffled through all the dumb questions and chose that one, handpicked it. Sir, don't move on. We have to answer the question. You pulled it. Just can you please put the cards back in the box? She has memorized all of these and she just handpicks them.
Yeah.
I don't even know why we play this game anymore.
Me either.
You wanted to do this. You're like, you know what? Here's how we're gonna play.
Question.
This is how this whole thing started. If you make a deck of these cards, we'll pull 3 each, and then we'll pull the best one. And now it's become Sarah looks through the cards to see which one she likes. Like,
I'm ready.
It's awful. Like, she structures stuff and then...
Bailey, we cannot ask that question. Bailey said, what's the best joke you know?
Oh, it's hands down. She knows
Only Bailey and Scooter get the joke.
It's the best joke in the world. Best joke ever. Best joke ever. I will tell that joke. And I have no problem, You
want me to shuffle these and you can pick one, or do you want to answer the vegetable question?
We have to. They already saw the toast. They heard the question.
Well, what if you were a vegetable? What would you be?
If I was a vegetable,
we're gonna say root or vegetable.
Root.
Yeah.
Oh, vegetable. I'd probably be something spicy.
Would you?
No. Thanks. Nope, deflated. So, for some reason, my go-to vegetable is a cucumber.
That's not a vegetable. It's a fruit.
A cucumber is?
Because it has seeds on the inside. Is that a fruit?
I have no idea. You've blown my mind. You've completely changed everything I think about vegetables. Pickles.
It's a cucumber.
Right. You've changed everything.
Right.
Pickles are a fruit?
I thought if it has the seeds on the inside, it's a fruit.
I have no idea now. I thought cucumbers were a vegetable. Oh.
All right, I like Bailey's. Let's go to Bailey's question.
What? You got to answer at least the vegetable one. I would have said cucumber.
I'll go with, okay, so I was going to go with your spicy thing. I was going to say you're arugula because you're peppery and spicy. Arugula.
That's
a veggie.
Specific.
I mean, yes, that's a vegetable.
Yeah.
Arugula.
Do you people know what that is? Because I don't.
You know what arugula is.
If I saw it, I don't go, you know what I want right now? Arugula. Who says that?
A lot of people. Arugula is delicious. Put on pizza? What?
No.
Yes, it's spicy and delicious.
I don't even know what it is.
It's like,
I'll look it up or something. I still have to look up your little measuring thing.
Oh, yeah. You look that
I
up.
will.
Okay. Bailey said, what's the biggest ick we have about each other? And she says hers is Ryan's breathing noises.
Oh.
You know what the ick is? Like, ugh, that's annoying.
Like the ew.
Yeah.
The biggest ick. Go for it.
Oh, that's a hard one. I don't know.
Bring it in.
I gotta think. What's an ick about Scooter?
Right? It's hard, isn't it?
I mean,
Because I'm cool as a cucumber. That is why.
Oh, I have one. No.
No. That right there is the ick. You just heard the ick.
So this is everything is a friggin' learning moment.
Oh, yeah.
And it sometimes I'm just like, can we just ground the children? Can we just say this is it and move on? No. Everything is a friggin' 90s teaching moment, and it's an hour and a half long of conversation of here's the reasons behind the reasons behind the reasons. And I'm like, oh, God.
Here's the string theory on
I
what
can do
behavioral patterns. So
I
cool.
can do this.
That's your ick.
It's my ick.
I don't know if that's an ick she's thinking,
I know.
but I mean, okay.
Valerie said, "That's John."
I also feel like here's a learning moment. I also feel like people need to understand
Oh man.
that's when somebody really has taken and embraced the dad role.
Yeah,
Right.
but sometimes we just want to just move on. It's been an hour and a half.
The ick. So I got to think about an ick.
Yes.
I don't know if there's an ick. It's hard for me to think of an ick.
I'm sure there's some. You want me to start talking and then
Oh,
I'll bring some up?
No, here's my ick. And I don't know if it's really, I guess it's an ick.
Just don't say frumpy clothes and we're fine.
No, it's about like throw trash in the garbage.
Where else would it go?
Inside cups, inside anything that's a container, inside door handles in the car,
Yeah.
inside consoles,
Yeah.
just like it just
Wrappers and things.
wrappers. I mean, when we met each other was sunflower seed shells.
Yes.
We're in everything
I
I could
traveled
find.
a lot.
No, like we're talking inside door handles in cars.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just, and it's graduated to dirty napkins,
But I put them in cups
on
plates.
peach pits.
Yeah.
They're just randomly in places. And the funny that here, I think that the reason it becomes my ick is because our children do the same thing.
I know.
And we want to tell them to not do that.
Yeah.
But their mom does it like all the time.
I'm the mom. I can do whatever I want.
I agree with that 1,000%. Like 1,000%. Because I always clean up after mom.
Yeah.
Like I will always clean up after mom, but I will not clean up after the children. They can clean up after themselves.
Yeah.
But yeah, the little cubbies, like even when we got in today, she drove once today.
Yes. I went to the store,
Went to the store.
I think.
Was it today or yesterday? Whatever. She drove and I got in the passenger seat and I went to close the door. Like a plastic spoon,
Yes.
2 plastic forks.
Not used.
Doesn't matter. And a napkin. I couldn't even get my hand in the door handle to shut it.
You could. I've been doing it for weeks.
So I was like, that's probably my ick.
Yeah.
That
That's
probably
fair.
is. Now it's not like one of those things like I complain about it all the time, but I was like, I guess I'm gonna pick this up.
But I clean up the car, so I mean, I just leave it until I'm gonna go clean it up. Like
But
tomorrow.
I always look
Go
at it this
clean
way:
it
is
tomorrow
like
morning.
if you take everything out of the car when you use it, you never have to really clean it.
No one's got time for all that. By the time I get out of the car, I'm either exhausted or I'm doing something else.
That's
There's
our
a
ick.
time and a place. Good. Yeah, those are good icks.
All right. So did anybody answer the question?
No.
All right. So nobody gets any
Go on for next
stickers.
week.
Yep. All right.
All right. Next week's a normal week. Yeah.
What do you mean by normal?
It's like a normal.
You're gonna say next week's normal.
Yeah. Nothing's happening next week.
Yeah. Next week, Thursday is the 31st.
Right.
So next week we're broadcasting on Friday
Why?
because we broadcast on first Fridays, and the first is
Ooh,
Friday.
But didn't we do that because I have a meeting on the first Thursday?
Yeah.
But I don't have a meeting on the last Thursday.
Hey, you made this rule.
I can't help that this board that I'm on. Can I skip this? Maybe I can skip the next Thursday. I'll just do it on Zoom.
So just pay attention.
I apologize.
So the one thing you have to just make sure and do, follow on social media, please.
Yes,
If you're watching this channel live or afterwards, please just, it costs nothing to click the button to subscribe. And that way you'll know when we're coming on.
Yeah.
And that's what the little bell is for. Really, that's why people say that stuff. But follow us on Instagram, please, because that's where you usually post when we're gonna play or go live. So is that it then? Are we
think
are we
that's all I had.
done or?
That's it. I mean, I don't.
She's one of those people.
My-
Like, there's never an end to the show. She's like, I'm done talking.
Well, we got to the end of the page.
Oh, all right.
You want to do a shot and then we'll say bye? I'm going to use my foot massager after this. I'm very excited.
She's gonna fall asleep.
Yes. And watch TV.
Oh, really?
I can't do work today, obviously.
Okay, so I guess we're doing a shot. Slanchava.
Happy Thursday. All right.
Took me a second.
Why?
I don't know. I wasn't ready.
This one's good. I know I've said this last time. This one's good.
Oh, we
The
were talking about the spoon thing.
Maestro Diamante Dobel. This one's really good. It's very smooth. Happy for Friday. We're gonna
No, I have to pull this up.
have
Hold on.
work tomorrow as we're gonna sit here and vamp while Scooter does
Okay,
his
there you
spoon
go.
thing. Thanks, Ryan.
Okay, vamp.
Does anybody have any good fun plans this weekend? Anybody? Anybody? We're gonna go look at some mountains
Yes, we are.
and a lake and go on hikes. Probably. And I'm gonna try stand-up paddleboarding. But I'm not gonna ride a bike because I fell off of them. So watch pictures or watch for videos and pictures of me falling off of a stand-up paddleboard and Scooter falling off a mountain.
I won't fall off a mountain. I want to jump. I like jumping off mountains.
I'll be fine. Ooh, Ryan said they might also go to the mountains. Oh, Bailey doesn't know yet. Oh, man. I'll also be working all weekend, so work and vacation's the same thing.
Yeah, that's what we do, everyone. We work and vacay. And Keith, I will be hooking up with you soon to pick up those comics.
Oh, yeah.
I got behind on work. And then I got behind on life.
Yeah.
And here we go. I found him.
Ooh, this
So-
is cool. This is the spoon thing I was talking about.
So yeah, if you're watching this live, if you're watching this on YouTube, audio wise, it's polygons, getpolygons.com. But my biggest question was like, is it good? It's basically like a flat piece of plastic that's foldable.
Yeah.
And then it measures you fold it into certain shapes that are predetermined on there. So you can have different measuring sizes. So it has teaspoons. It has 1/2 quarter teaspoon to 1/2 tablespoons. And also does milliliters,
Yes.
which is 5, 2.5, 1.2 is one of them. And then 30, 15, and 70, 75, 7.5.
The video on Facebook did show you could pour liquids in it.
So
Yeah, I don't measure either. I just eyeball everything. But I do like the concept of this because you only need one.
no, and I do like that too, because I mean, look at your drawers.
Oh, it's
of
psychotic
spoons.
right now.
It was like,
And-
and you're always missing the one you need.
Yeah, that's why I don't even measure anymore. I just wing it.
Yeah,
I know what half a teaspoon looks like.
Yeah, I mean, same thing. It was like, right? You're like, half a teaspoon, one gluck. You just go gluck. Oh, there you go, half a teaspoon.
Is that fine?
But that's how she cooks everything.
Yeah.
But people that are like me that are like, I don't understand the art of cooking.
Yeah.
I understand different types of art, but not the art of cooking.
I thought they were cool.
Yeah, it's just the idea behind it is really, really cool.
Especially like if you live in a little place and you don't have a ton of storage.
Yeah,
you
that
only need
sounds
the
very
one.
like IKEA.
Yes.
Very,
Anyways, Facebook for the win for ads for me
very
this week.
Sweden.
I don't know
to me.
what I clicked on or talked about, but they are on it this week for me.
Yeah, so if you guys have stuff that's cool like that,
I want it.
let us know.
I might
Let us
buy
know.
that.
Do we have since nobody guessed the song that got the answer for my song of the week
we
last
have
week?
the current song of the week.
Do you have a current song of the week?
Yes. You ready for this? My song this week is
Because I don't have one.
Shame on You.
Oh, maybe it's that one.
I don't know what that is. Mine's All I Know So Far by Pink.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. It reminds me of all of the young people that we know. I feel like, because I always think of that when I'm like mentoring somebody or like helping somebody to do something in life. I'm like, let me teach you everything that I know so far. Like, this is it. This is all I have to teach you. And then as I learn more, I'll teach you that too. So that's like, I love that song.
I'm going to have to go. I mean, now that I think about it, because I'm not going to say what I said last week.
Well,
because that's giving away the
No,
answer.
don't do that.
But the one that I gave away that I said last week, it played right at the same, like not the same time, but it played, and then the next song that played was "Bring Me the Horizon." Which, if you guys know me at all, that's one of my current.
So you can bring me the horizon.
No, they're one of my current favorite bands, and it was. Oh, this is awful. I'm trying to just get the name right because I could probably.
Just sing it.
No, I can't because it's not. Then we have to put explicit on here. So
just go beep.
It's a. Oh my gosh, babe! I was not prepared for this.
You
know the song though.
Category.
I know, but what was that? What was that? The song like?
This is fun.
This is not. This is dead air. And when you have dead air, I vamp. When I have dead air, you just stare at me.
But it's not dead air. You're trying to think of a song. You want me to like guess to throw you off what the song is? Because I can just name Bring Me the Horizon songs.
Let me just go for it. Just.
You want me to name some Bring Me the Horizon songs?
Yeah.
I don't know any.
Thanks. That worked out so well.
Oh, that's a rough one. Okay, so I am going to talk about something else, obviously.
So,
how are you not prepared for your own segment, as you like to tell me?
How
are you throwing this whole show off the rails?
Because it's a. I mean, did you know they have a? Okay. Hold on.
All right.
I think I found it. No, I really didn't. I think I found it. I think I'm getting closer.
This is rough. This is your segment.
Let's say just put in Google new song and
what?
Horizon.
So it's a new Bring Me the Horizon song.
Ish. Oh, I could just go there. YouTube. Let's go to YouTube. Bring Me the Horizon. Is that Bring Me the Horizon?
This is rough.
Oh, this is
I'm very
rough.
excited for your birthday party coming up, by the way.
Oh, I have a what? Oh, Lost. Woo! The name of the song is Lost.
Rough.
I did send the music video out to some of my close family members.
Not me.
Don't you wouldn't want to watch it.
Oh.
It's very bloody, very gory.
Oh. Yeah.
But the concept of the song that I'm not going to say it. The song that I said was my song of the week last week is it conflicts with this song in a sense. And you can understand the different sides of who I am.
Okay.
So
that's fair.
That's why I was like Lost.
Don't say anymore. You'll lose it.
You know the song.
Okay.
Yeah. They cuss in it.
Oh. Ooh.
But so get the edited version.
Can I say one more thing before we leave?
What?
What was the name of the movie that I wanted to go see?
What do you mean?
Murder in Venice.
Why?
Death in Venice. Is that what it's called?
Why?
Who's the detective? I just want to hear you say it.
Who? What are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't.
Poirot.
P.O. what?
Poirot. We watched the whole trailer and you said I was saying it wrong. So I want to hear you say it the right way.
I can ask Google.
No, don't
What's
ask
she gonna
Google.
say?
You're cheating. No.
P.O. What is it? P.O.I.?
Yes. R-O-T.
Pierrot.
Poirot. Remember?
Poirot.
Poirot. It's French.
They don't roll R's in.
Poirot.
Oh, you rolled it.
They do roll R's.
In Mexico?
I think they roll
In
R's
Spanish?
in French too.
No. It's an
This is fun.
because R's are really hard. Like,
Burger.
yeah, like they don't have R's, so they're not going to roll an R.
I'm just saying.
R is
That's
not.
the first scary movie I think I've wanted to see ever. It looks
right.
hecka creepy. We're going to go see it. Anyways, that's it, guys. That's it.
I
That's all we
mean,
have.
we're just vamping at this point. So thank you guys for hanging with us. If you're not hanging with us, you missed out on a lot. But just remember, we're going to show up in real life. We're going to see a lot of the people that are on this, that are watching us and listen to this show, watch us live. We will come visit you.
Yes. Whether you like it or not.
I mean, even if we don't know you, oh, look out, man.
Yeah, it's true.
But until then, make sure they say, I used to say the pull up a chair thing,
No,
but it's like,
it's
just show up in real life, guys. I mean, that's the most important thing that you can do. I don't do it as much as I should.
It's true.
But we try.
Yes.
We really do. We really do try. But it was such a great show. Just know, even Linya loved it, right?
And I loved it. Bye.
Adios, muchachos.